for us. Folks, we will be on the air on Friday night. 6:30 will be the pregame show, 7 p.m. kickoff. If you don't want to battle the thousands that will be going out there, we'll have that game for you right here. Or go to the game and do like these guys do. Watch it when they get home. For head coach Justin Hunter and for Coop, I'm Greg Flynn. Remember, folks, every day is a great day to be a Pirate.
Satisfaction is our mission. Like any family
The following
business,
broadcast
we live,
is
shop,
copyrighted
and
by
support our
Pearl
community.
Municipal
We are
Broadcasting.
honored to be the
private
top
use of
Honda
our
dealership in
audience.
Mississippi.
Any other
and
use
one
of
the
this
best in the
broadcast
nation.
without the written
Just goes to
consent
show
of
what
Pearl
can
High
happen
School
when you give
or
people
PMB
what they really
Sports
want
is
from their car
prohibited.
buying experience. A real deal. Oh man, I couldn't have said it better myself. They take you where you want to go, where you need to, and sometimes
Friday
where
night,
you thought
one
you'd
thing
never
in
go.
Mississippi.
If
High
we're
school
lucky, the
football.
road of life is
You've
smooth.
got a 50-yard
And
line
the
seat.
it's
6-8
part of the
powerhouse.
adventure.
Pearl Pirates. Right here on PMB.
Enjoy your road.
Now,
Alpha
batten
Insurance.
down the hatches and hoist the colors.
Call Alpha Agent Aaron Justly in Brandon for a
Pregame
quote.
show starts now.
Well, good evening, Pirate fans. We hope you got your rabies shots because tonight your Pirates are over here in Bulldog territory in the second round of the playoffs. I'm Greg Flynn, joined by Bryant May. The Professor Roy Harper is down on the field here on the Sky Family Dental pregame show. And we understand that the Professor has got head coach Justin Hunter with us.
Yeah, I do, guys. I'm here with Coach Hunter. Coach, big game tonight. Just tell me the atmosphere of the team and how y'all have approached this game this week.
No, just wanting to be relaxed as possible through practice and through everything. Something's a little bit against my nature, but I've tried to be a lot more relaxed. You don't want them playing uptight. You don't want them practicing uptight. You don't want them thinking too much. So just be relaxed and just do what they've been doing all year, which is play football.
Well, what's our game plan coming in tonight? Offensively, what are you looking for to be able to accomplish?
Yeah, I mean, obviously we want to be able to run the football. We think if we run the football, it sets up a lot of other stuff that we like to do. Our number one priority is to take care of the football and keep the chains rolling. And just try to get a couple first downs every drive. Just if nothing else, flip the field. Defensively, we got to limit the big play. We got to be ready for them throwing the football in the heavy run formations like they did last time. And we got to be ready for some spreads, some 10 personnel. They've been playing a lot more of that since we played them last time. And then when they try to run the ball, we got to be like we've been all year in the box against the run and just it's tough to run. We need to get the ball on that side too and get some turnovers.
Well, good luck tonight. I'm excited, ready to go, and send these puppies home packing.
Appreciate y'all.
Thank you, Coach. All right, guys, y'all heard it from Coach Hunter. Man, it's excitement down here. The crowd, our Pearl crowd, is just huge. The students are all dressed out, showing up. Man, exciting night of football.
Yeah, Roy, they have been filtering in here since the gates opened at 5:30.
Oh, yeah, they were in line. At 5:15, the line was just long, and then they started coming in and just kept coming. And they're still coming in. They're still walking in, and we're having a full crowd.
Can Randy spin around and show the crowd behind you?
So let's show the crowd. Randy, show them the home crowd that showed up for this game tonight.
Over more.
Keep panning through.
Yeah, these were the early birds, and we have a lot of folks that are still streaming in over at the main gate. So those that wanted a good seat are here early. And Bryant, we know this is a must-win game. It's win or go home, and we hope that it turns out a lot different than the October 20th matchup went, as we had the lead at the first half. Second half, complete 180.
That's right. Just 1 month ago, these two teams faced each other, the other side of Rankin County, back on our field. And, we came out guns firing, all momentum in the first half. 17-14, Colston Bennett kicks a field goal right before halftime, and everybody felt good going into the half. And as you said, it was the tale of two halves, as Brandon outscored us 28-3 in the second half. 4 Landon Barnes to Jay McQueen touchdowns. Tonight, we're going to have to try to figure out how to slow down number 4. But I'm going to say don't just key in on Jay McQueen. Everybody's talking about McQueen because he had 5 touchdowns. He's got 10 on the year. Half of those came in that one game. Don't forget about the other weapons for the Bulldogs tonight.
Well, if we can, let's take a look at the Brandon Stars. And we have the statistics of what they did in that last game, Bryant. It was a two-man show on offense.
Yeah, we decided we would slow down the running game, and we did that. But Landon Barnes, a senior who's been to the state championship 2 times, he showed us how good he is. 22 of 33 through the air, 264 yards, and 5 touchdowns, all 5 of those to Jay McQueen. And as we said, Jay McQueen had the night really of his life. 8 catches, 158 yards, and 5 touchdowns. One of those did come on an 85-yard touchdown reception, so that took up most of the night. Nate Blunt, the Division I commit running back, the senior who has over 5,000 career yards. We did our job on him. 21 carries, only 64 yards, and 1 touchdown for Blunt. And then Quincy Phillips, the guy who we really keyed on, who'll come out of the backfield or he'll play wide receiver. He had 10 rushing yards and only 49 receiving yards. So you thought you did your job, but then here comes Jay McQueen with 5 touchdowns.
Yeah, and their defense seemed to grow stronger in that second half. Like they figured something out at halftime, and Jaden Callender, the linebacker, just took over.
Yeah, Jaden Callender, I mean, I had to double-check those numbers as you and I were looking at them earlier. Like, is that his season stats? No, that's one game. 19 tackles and 2 sacks for Jaden Callender. He leads this Brandon Bulldog defense that only gives up 20 points a game. He's averaging 17 tackles a game, and then he's backed up by Khalil Norwood. 14 tackles for Khalil back in that October 20th contest.
Well, take solace, Pirate fans. We had them for a half. They had us for a half. Now it's all brand new. Who's going to come out tonight and throw a wrinkle that we haven't seen? That's the key. I know that Coach Hunter said he's going to run the football. I know he wants to run the football. But you have a feeling that he wants to put it up in the air.
I have a feeling we want to put it up in the air. I think you do have to establish the rushing game for the passing game to work, no doubt. But I think we're going to try to put it up and work our weapons on the outside. McCollum, Kenji McNair, and Marquell Lake. The other wrinkle, I guess, that we'll see that will be very different from October 20th to tonight will be Kenji McNair and Marquell Lake will play on the defensive side of the ball, and they will shade guys like Jay McQueen and Quincy Phillips.
All right, we're going to step aside here on the Sky Family Dental pregame show. When we come back, we will spotlight our offense and what we think they need to do specifically tonight to beat these Bulldogs. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
Welcome to Sky Family Dental, where our mission is to provide the finest care available. Here at Sky Family Dental, we strive to help patients live healthier lives. We provide a caring, nurturing environment where your comfort and health is of primary importance. Our staff is dedicated to providing you with a pleasant visit and results that you're proud to show off. We provide all services, including dental exams, child dentistry, dental fillings or implants, tooth extractions, and more. See us at Sky Family Dental, and a bright, healthy smile can be yours.
When you're ready to make a move in Pirate Country, contact Penny Pitts with Havard Real Estate Group in Pearl. Penny is a multi-million-dollar producer and loves to help her clients find the home of their dreams. If you are a first-time home buyer or ready to upsize or downsize, she is the agent for you. Penny is a Pearl High School graduate and an avid supporter of Pirate athletics. Make your move with the home team. That's Penny Pitts, Havard Real Estate Group.
Public service has always had a very special place in my heart, and to be able to do it and be a first responder as a reserve, when you're not getting paid, that's just one of the most selfless acts you can do. I think we all have a responsibility to our towns and our communities.
Well, for me, it's simple. I mean, when you say local, that's what's most important to me. Our citizens inside this county, we all care for each other, and we do everything we can to help everybody out. I am Shane Fletcher with Farm Bureau, and we are the home team.
When something works this well,
Paying bills? This site is so comprehensive. I do all my banking online. More time for coffee?
you want to get others excited about it too.
Yes, honey. They're very conscientious, and they're about helping us map out a plan for our future.
It's nice to know we make a difference.
It was so easy. They had lots of creative ways to help me afford the loan for the cutest car I've wanted
And
for
that a great
so long.
bank is a really important thing to have. Comprehensive, conscientious, creative, community bank like no other bank you know.
Welcome back into the Sky Family Dental pregame show here at Brandon High School. Greg Flynn, Bryant May here with you. And we're going to take a look at the Pearl offense tonight. And I know sometimes it's not fair, but if we're to do well tonight, we're going to need our sophomore quarterback, Jack Durr, to shine.
Yeah, Jack's had a whole lot on him now through 2 full seasons of starting at quarterback. So he's only a sophomore on the books, but plays probably in many moments a lot more mature than that. Jack Durr, this year, his numbers from the contest back on October 20th, where we fell 42-20, 104 passing yards on the night. Did have those 2 costly interceptions, but the probably big surprise of the night for even Sam Williams on the Brandon side of things, 150 yards rushing for Jack Durr and 2 rushing touchdowns. And Greg, you'd like to think that if our offense is going to be successful tonight, Jack will also have to be effective in the rushing attack.
He'll have to be rushing, but specifically, we've got to have better than 104 passing and the 2 interceptions. He's got to be more protective of the football, because if I remember right, his 2 interceptions were just kind of thrown up there. They didn't have a lot on them.
Yeah, and both of those, if I'm recalling that right, both of those came in that second half, where in that third quarter, Brandon scored 21 points, and a couple of those came off of those turnovers. And so, yeah, we've got to take care of the ball tonight. Those turnovers were costly back at Ray Rogers Stadium in October. You cannot do that on the road tonight in the playoffs.
But we will take that 150 rushing yards if he can do that again. All right, let's take a look at the rest of the starters tonight. And it's a 3-headed monster at running back, but it will be led by
Antoine Shoto, that's right, the junior who's gotten all the starts this year from the running back position. We'll need him for that running game to be successful. 8 carries for only 21 yards back in that October meeting. He'll also have TJ McKenzie, the senior, and Ben Alexander helping him in the backfield. The weapons on the outside that we're going to need to work tonight, Kenji McNair, 6 catches for 77 yards for Kenji back in that first meeting. Marquell Lake had 2 for 27. Marquell had a fantastic game last week. We're going to need him to show out again tonight. And then the trusty senior, Shaden McCollum, he had that long slant route last week on the road at Gulfport that really helped us propel that comeback. We'll see him tonight on the outside.
I think that's the key, is that we call number 8 tonight, because when we can involve all 3 of those running wide receivers, they're not going to know who to go to. But don't let Jack lock in on Kenji. Don't let him lock in on Marquell. Let's try and get Shaden in there, and then maybe a little bit of 88.
Yeah, could not agree more. Jordan Butler would love to see him get, man, even if he has 3 receptions out of the backfield tonight, playing that kind of halfback tight end position would be huge, and it would really keep that Brandon defense on their heels, not knowing which weapon we might be using. We'll also see Caston Channel slide in there as well at that halfback tight end position. The big men across the front, they've got a tall task for tonight.
Huge. These guys are huge tonight.
Yeah, trying to slow down Jaden Callender and Norwood and that elusive, or that very difficult to slow down Brandon defense. Takofa Lewis, he's a senior. DJ Page, the other senior on that offensive line front. Bryce Cole, a junior. Number 50, Talon Jackson, a senior. And then Reed Taylor, who has slid over to that center position. He'll wear number 64, and Reed's the young one of that bunch. Reed only a sophomore, but done a fantastic job in his few starts at center.
They got to open up some holes. They got to give Jack just a little bit of time, and Jack's got to get that ball out of his hand, make quick decisions. All right, we're going to step aside here on the Sky Family Dental pregame show. When we come back, the onus is on the D. And we need the defense that showed up last week and the week before at Meridian. Stay tuned. We'll go over that right next.
Welcome to Sky Family Dental, where our mission is to provide the finest care available. Here at Sky Family Dental, we strive to help patients live healthier lives. We provide a caring, nurturing environment where your comfort and health is of primary importance. Our staff is dedicated to providing you with a pleasant visit and results that you're proud to show off. We provide all services, including dental exams, child dentistry, dental fillings or implants, tooth extractions, and more. See us at Sky Family Dental, and a bright, healthy smile can be yours.
So you've injured your shoulder or your knee? And of course, you want the best care and the best doctor available. The doctor on the left treats shoulders and knees and ankles and hands, while the Mississippi sports medicine doctor on the right specializes in one body area and one area only, treating thousands of patients a year. Trust your medical care to one of our true specialists. Mississippi Sports Medicine. We specialize for you.
When accidents happen, our 30 minutes or less ER service pledge can mean less waiting and faster care. The 30 minutes or less ER service pledge at Merit Health.
For the best brands at the best prices every day, shop the outlets of Mississippi, located at the intersection of I-20 and I-55.
All right, we're counting you down to kickoff between the Pirates and the Bulldogs here at Brandon High School, just about 15 minutes away. It is now time for us to take a look at the defense, and they are going to have to rise up tonight, and it's going to be led by, man, our leader. He's the leader. He's the reaper. He's Kavion.
Yeah, Kavion Freeman, who started this season injured but has come on, and man, did this defense need him. What a great piece he is. He's a leader right there in the middle at that linebacker position. In only 8 games, he missed the first 3, 8 games, Kavion 70 tackles, 26 tackles for loss. No, that's not a misprint. 3 sacks, and he also had a fumble recovery, and if I'm correct, that one was last week on the road in the first-round playoff win against Gulfport. And Kavion, he's just one of those guys. He can cover somebody out of the backfield. He can rush the quarterback. He can play and stop the run. He can go against your biggest offensive lineman. And we will need him tonight along with that whole linebacking crew.
Hey, guys, can I just I know this is y'all's pregame, but I do want to point out Kavion will not be playing tonight.
Do what now?
Kavion will not be playing.
Wow.
Was that a late scratch?
He is injured. Yeah.
Wow. Well, we knew that he had gone down injured in the second half last week, but all reports that we had heard was that he was going to bounce back. But the professor, that's why he knows the insider information.
Roy, did we? Because I didn't see. Did Coach Hunter didn't address that before the game? Did he?
No, we didn't, and I should have brought it up, but I didn't. But yeah, Kavion has a knee brace. I asked him this morning in class, was he going to be able to go tonight, and he told me no. Now, if he does stress out and go, then that's been changed since he saw his physician yesterday.
Okay.
All right. Well,
we'll
all
scratch
more
that.
the important. Yeah.
All right. Well, let's go on to the rest of the starters because they're going to be even more important now. And let's start off with the linebackers first because really, Brian, that's who's going to be the guys that have to read and react tonight to what Brandon's going to do.
Absolutely. And as I said, we played the first 3 games of the season, won all of those games without Kavion. Granted, we weren't going against the Brandon offense, but these guys will have such an important role, especially with that news there from Roy Harper. Caleb Arterberry, Ken Mangum, and Damon Draper. Damon started most of those games when we did not have Kavion. Some numbers for those guys. Caleb is the junior. He's 98 tackles, 20 tackles for loss. And then Ken Mangum leads this defense. Ken, the other senior, along with Damon and Kavion. Ken Mangum, 106 tackles on his senior season and 36 tackles for loss. Damon doesn't quite have the size of those other guys, but he is quick, and he wears number 14, and he'll come up and hit you in a hurry.
Well, and the big guys up front that did such a great job stopping the run, they're also going to have to try and find a way to get some pressure on Landon Barnes tonight.
That's right. Demario Ragsdale, a senior across the front, along with Trey Schaefer. Those are your 2 experienced veterans. We'll also see the senior Gabe Valero, who's done a fantastic job here in the second half of the season. Tyler Jenkins, the junior, 74 tackles for Tyler so far, 28 for loss, and 23 quarterback hurries. He's lived in the opponent's backfield. And then Cam Hewitt, he's the anchor in the middle, wearing number 99, 23 tackles for loss and 3 sacks for Big Cam on the 23 campaign.
And let's hold your breath for these 4 defensive backs tonight that are going to get tested. But they will get some help, as you'll mention, Brian.
That's right. These 4 guys are going to get the start tonight, at least on paper. Antonio McFarland, Omarius Johnson, Jaden Thompson, and Evan Williams. All those guys are juniors, and they have gotten a start throughout the 11 games of the 2023 season. Tonight, they will be aided by Kenji McNair and Marquell Lake, as we've seen Kenji and Marquell slide over really the last 2 weeks on the road at Meridian and on the road at Gulfport. And in those 2 games, this Pearl Pirate defense has only given up a combined 13 points. Tonight, a little bit of more of a taller task, but there will be plenty of athletes on our side to try to slow down the athletes on their wideouts.
Hey, we don't want to forget our special teams. Cash Money, Colston Bennett, number 85. He is 9 of 10 on field goals this year. Kicked a nice one in the rain last week on the coast. He's 31 of 34 with extra points, so he's reliable.
That's right. Colston has been a go-to weapon, and in a close game tonight, what we believe it will be here in the playoffs, you're going to need a trusted kicker. Isaiah Wynn done a fantastic job as the holder, and also Isaiah has done most of the punt returning. A lot of that's been fair catches, but, man, sometimes a fair catch is as big as any play in football. And Kenji McNair continues to handle most of the punting duties. Last week had a little snafu, but it was wet conditions last week. Things seem to be very dry here. A little mist came through this afternoon, but all conditions here at Brandon High School look favorable for a great night of high school football.
Kenji McNair will also be providing the post-game meal if you haven't. He does everything else, so he's also the team caterer, so he'll be making sure the guys get something good to eat afterwards. All right, we're going to step aside, take a final break. When we come back, we'll show you the keys to the game now that we've broken it all down for you. You're watching the Sky Family Dental pregame show here on PMB Sports.
Welcome to Sky Family Dental, where our mission is to provide the finest care available. Here at Sky Family Dental, we strive to help patients live healthier lives. We provide a caring, nurturing environment where your comfort and health is of primary importance. Our staff is dedicated to providing you with a pleasant visit and results that you're proud to show off. We provide all services, including dental exams, child dentistry, dental fillings or implants, tooth extractions, and more. See us at Sky Family Dental, and a bright, healthy smile can be yours.
At Bob Boyd Honda, we pride ourselves in getting our customers the best deals around.
Usually that means when we're selling cars, but right now,
Bob Boyd is in the market to buy.
We're offering top dollar for pre-owned autos, trucks, and SUVs.
Come by, talk to our dedicated team, and discover what a great time it is for Bob Boyd to buy back your used vehicle. Any make, any model.
Whether you're selling or buying, at Bob Boyd Honda, you get a deal.
How local is Bank Plus? We're here, and here. And we're with you here, and here. Wherever, whenever you need us. We make our banking decisions right here because local means more than a location. It means a commitment to deliver more for our customers and our communities. Your bank, your plus, Bank Plus.
At Raising Cane's, we're huge football fans, but we're also fans of your local fundraisers and fun runs, small victories and big ideas. And yes, even the neighborhood animal shelter. I was getting to that. Plus over 30,000 other partners in the communities we serve. When you order our hand-battered chicken fingers, craveable cane sauce, and jugs of freshly made tea and lemonade to cheer on your home team, you're also supporting your hometown. Raising Cane's Chicken Fingers, one love.
7 minutes away from kickoff between the Pirates and Bulldogs in round 2 of the playoffs. A spot on the line to go to the South State Championship and face the winner of Oak Grove and Meridian that will be playing tonight over in Oak Grove.
That's right. The final 8, first year of 7A football. Not bad to be mentioned in the final 8 teams remaining in 7A, but that's right. Tonight it will go from 8 to 4, and in 2 weeks, on Friday night, December the 2nd, somebody will play for the state championship.
No, Saturday night.
They're going to move it to Saturday. Okay.
It is with 7A, the big boys play on Saturday night. at Ole Miss. I know Frank Hutton wants us to get there because they'll be playing at Vaught Hemingway Stadium.
Let's take a look at tonight's keys to victory. We've looked at the offense and the defense. Here's what it's going to take to get the victory tonight, and it starts on the offensive side of things. Take care of the football. 2 big and costly turnovers back in that October 20th matchup. Tonight, you cannot do that on the road at Brandon.
No, and that's every coach will always tell you, turnovers are going to be the key. Turnovers. If both teams turn it over 4 times, it's even. But we can't count on Brandon putting the ball on the ground. We just need, number 1, to hold the football, but number 2, for Jack to not throw it into very small windows.
That's exactly right. Take care of the football on the offensive side. For the defense, do not get burned. We've given up a number of big plays across the season. Last week we gave up 1 on the second play from scrimmage to Gulfport, but then able to kind of tighten things up. We had some very big plays given up on the in that home game against Brandon. You cannot do that tonight. Keep things in front of you defensively, especially the secondary.
Well, and that's where it's going to be very interesting with Kavion Freeman not playing tonight. He's your senior leader linebacker. Ken Mangum, another senior leader, but it's up to the linebackers to recognize whether it's going to be a run or a pass. If it's a pass, the coaching staff says we have the game plan in there. They just have to execute it. If it looks like pass, they have to read it, drop back to take away the inside slants, and then they also have to be able to say, well, it's a run, so get up there for run support. It's more of a mental chess match, and the play of our linebackers today will determine if we win or lose this game.
That's right, and the overall key to victory tonight, nothing to lose. It is playoff football. You win and you continue, you lose and you go home, and that would mean for the Pearl Pirates, 18, if I'm correct, 18 different seniors could play their final game for Pearl tonight, and you know they do not want it to end tonight against Brandon.
Oh, Brandon's breaking out, spending some money. Look at the fireworks going off over the top of the Pearl stands. All right.
A beautiful night for football, 66 degrees, no clouds in the sky, no rain in the forecast, and there is a full stadium tonight here at Brandon High School.
Shot of those fireworks. Those are some expensive fireworks. That's not the one from the fireworks stand on Highway 80. That's some impressive stuff Brandon's spending. You know, Rankin County School District, they got a lot of money.
That's right. We're getting set almost for kickoff. We got 12 minutes on the clock, and both teams getting ready to make their way out of the locker room to get ready for tonight's contest, as both bands are here, cheerleading squads, and the stands are beginning to fill up all the way for we don't get to do this twice in a season very often. We were recounting, it's been 4 years since 2020 was the last time that Brandon lost to Pearl, a 15-7 victory, and tonight we'd love to go ahead and break that 4-game winning streak for the Bulldogs.
Hey, we said it before, and Roy Harper, you can probably chime in on this. We have nothing to lose. Brandon has everything to lose. They're supposed to win this game tonight. If they don't, well, it's a failure of a season for them because they went 5-0 in the region. For Pearl, we're on house money right now. Just go ahead and let it all hang out, Roy.
Oh, I agree, 100%. I mean, if we lose, we're still winners. Nobody expected us to get to the second round. Here we are. And nobody expects us to win tonight, and I feel differently. But, yeah, house money, I expect us to let it all hang out and leave nothing on the floor, or leave everything on the floor and nothing in the closet.
Very good, Roy. Well, you got the captains that are lining up behind you. We'll get a look at them. Looks like, Brian, for Brandon, it's 73-15, Landon Barnes, Nate Blunt.
I believe 73 is their big lineman, Brandon Elam. I believe he plays center, and then also number 9, that's Jaden Callender, their leading tackler. And tonight we'll try to do our best to call out those Pearl Pirate numbers as they wear those white jerseys with the gold numbers. You've got Trey Schaefer out there along with Shaden McCollum, Takofa Lewis, and I believe that guy on your far left is number 28, Ken Mangum. And you're seeing a great shot of him right there on our monitor, thanks to our field camera tonight. And we'll turn it over to the professor as we get set for the coin toss.
All right, guys, listen up. My name is Warren Baker. I'll be your referee. Sidney Brown, your umpire. Over there you have Steve Gallister and Hayden Atkins. And this way you have Frederick Liddell, Lavetta Hatcher, and Davey Walker. We'll be your officials tonight, all right? I'm going to be real brief with you guys, all right? We just want you to play smart, play hard, and show good sportsmanship, okay? If you do those things, I promise you won't even know we out here, guys. We don't want anything to do with it. We don't want to be involved. But if you start kicking, holding, pinching, trash talking, then we'll have to get involved. Everybody good with that? All right. Any questions for us? Okay, we've already had the coin toss. Brandon, I need you to stand this way. Pearl, you that way?
All right. I don't know if y'all heard that, but Brandon won the toss, elected to receive. So we're going to start on defense.
Well, you start with our strength, right?
That's right. Defense comes in only giving up 20 points a game. The Brandon offense scoring 34 a game. Somebody's going to have to give way tonight. The Brandon Bulldogs, Greg, 5-1 at home this season. The Pearl Pirates, 5-1 on the road this season.
Well, something's got to give, and let's just hope it's puppy chow that gives tonight. Pirates are lining up. There go those fireworks again. I'm telling you, they got a whole lot of money. The dogs are entering the field.
Hey, guys, I'm here with Aubrey McClendon for a special message for Brandon.
We're about to send this puppy to the pound. Eat dirt, Brandon.
There you go,
Aubrey's
guys.
got them lined up, and that sends the Pirates out onto the field as they're carrying the Jolly Roger tonight. Everybody batten down the hatches. Pirates, Dogs is now.
Are you ready?
Good evening, Pirate Nation. It is time for Eat Dirt 2 here in 2023 as the Pearl Pirates take on the Brandon Bulldogs for a spot in the South State Championship game. I'm Greg Flynn with Bryant May, the Professor Roy Harper down on the field. The Brandon Bulldogs have won the toss. They elected to receive. That means Colston Bennett has our Shane Fletcher Farm Bureau Insurance kick teed up and ready to fly. Down Highway 18. Back deep for the Dogs is Quincy Phillips. And great kick by Colston away from Quincy into the end zone for a touchback. That's huge.
Excellent start by Colston Bennett, and here comes your starting defensive unit for tonight for Austin Wilbanks, the defensive coordinator, only giving up 20 points a game. Demario Ragsdale, Tyler Jenkins, Cam Hewitt, and Trey Schaefer, your starting defensive linemen. Caleb Arterberry, Ken Mangum, Devon Draper will be your linebackers. No Kavion Freeman tonight. He is hurt and will be out tonight. McFarland, Johnson, Thompson, and Williams, your secondary. And we also expect to see Markwell Lake and Kenji McNair, both of them out there to start in the defensive secondary.
Quincy comes in motion. Barnes going to he's going to play fake it, looking, throwing. Trying to throw a fade, and we almost had a chance to intercept it. That was a miscommunication, but great coverage here on the near side.
Yeah, Jaden Thompson running step for step with number 17, Dalen Stewart. A fantastic job already by that defensive front, getting pressure on Landon Barnes and forcing the incompletion.
Going tempo, Barnes already. Now he'll check with the sideline. Again, Brandon loves to run the football. They were just going play action that time to try and catch the Pirates napping. Barnes, quick throw here to the near side. He's got Phillips. Pirates close quickly, and it'll be a pickup of 4 yards.
Quincy Phillips, the most elusive outside weapon for Landon Barnes, but back in that October 20th matchup just 1 month ago, he had 49 yards receiving and only 10 yards out of the backfield. The Pirates do a good job containing him right there. Kenji McNair in to help on that tackle.
It'll bring up a Pearl Pool, 3rd down and 5. Barnes will hand that ball off, and Blunt is going to be held short as he just gets to the 27-yard line. So the Pirates do their job, and they will bring out the punting unit for the Bulldogs. Roy Harper, that was 3 and out.
Oh, that was great defensive first possession. Trey Schaefer on first down was able to get some pressure on him. and caused that bad throw, some miscommunication, and, man, if we could have just gotten that interception.
Number 2, Kenji
We're standing about to get the ball back. Low snap. Kenji McNair waits on it. It's going to take a hop and die. Kenji's not going to have a chance. They'll have to let it be down at the Pirate 32-yard line. So that is where Captain Jack will lead this offense out.
Take a look at your offensive starters for your Pearl Pirates. They come into tonight averaging 27 points a game, and they are led by the sophomore who has now had 2 years of starts underneath his belt, Jack Durr, wearing number 15. Antoine Shoto will be the running back, number 6, the junior. Kenji McNair, Marquell Lakin, Shaden McCollum, your wideouts. Jordan Butler, the tight end, and Takofa Lewis, DJ Page, Bryce Cole, Talon Jackson, and Reed Taylor will be your starting offensive lineman. Also looks like we're going to get a nod to Jaden O'Hara, who was back last week after injury on that offensive front.
So on first down, Jack's going to send motion to his left. He will hand the ball off to Shoto. If he could have just cut to the right, I think he'd have had some space, but he gets tackled after a 1-yard gain.
Yeah, Antoine Shoto trying to go over the right side. Kind of the right side of the center, Reed Taylor, and Brandon holds him up for only a 1-yard gain.
I think if he would have just bounced that just a little bit, but he wanted to stay in that rushing lane.
Watch big 77, Jacoby Span, right there in the middle of that Brandon defensive front.
Second down and 9. Jack gives it off to Shoto. They thought Jack still had it. A big run this time out to the 39-yard line.
Yeah, great fake there by Jack Durr. And again, don't forget, Jack Durr had 23 carries for 150 yards back in that October contest. And so they are definitely keeping an eye on Jack Durr and his rushing attack. Shoto in that one only had 21 yards. So as they key in on Durr, Shoto with a big second down run.
Third down and 3. Entire playbook open on this call. Jack will, that time he kept it, should have given it up. And that read option was the wrong option. And our punting unit will have to come out.
Yeah, great job by Jaden Callender playing the play. He is their leading tackler, and he did a fantastic job of reading Jack's eyes. He saw as soon as Jack faked it to Antoine and kept it, and Jaden Callender was right there on top of it. And not many people escaped the arms of Jaden Callender. So back-to-back 3-and-outs by the two offenses.
Kenji McNair waits back just outside his own 20. Low snap. He will get the punt away. It's a low line drive that will take a hop, big Pirate hop. And it will settle down right at the 20-yard line. So that's where Brandon started their last possession. They will start there again.
42 yards on the Kenji McNair kick and roll. And unlike the contest back in October, Greg Flynn, where Pearl came down and scored on the first drive, and then Brandon answered, and it was 7-7 after 2 possessions. These 2 possessions here in the playoff matchup, 3-and-outs and 3-and-outs.
Well, you can't blame them if they're all just a little tight right now with nerves. Those will be gone as the possessions continue. There's a little swing pass out to
Nate Blunt, yeah.
And Nate's going to pick up maybe a yard.
Not something you see a whole lot. Nate Blunt coming out of the backfield and catching one, but Ken Mangum is his shadow tonight, and great job by Ken wrapping him up for a minimal gain.
On second down, Barnes looking, steps up, throws, incomplete and nearly intercepted in and out of the hands of Evan Williams.
The pass intended for Cameron Keys, who was on the slant route, and Barnes' pass a little too hot for Cameron Keys, and then it hit Evan Williams. I don't think Evan ever thought the ball was going to get to him, and it was a little bit behind him, but almost 2 picks on the first 2 possessions.
Third down and 8. Phillips going in motion. Barnes looking left, now come back to his right. He's got pressure. He's wrapped up and sacked back at the 16.
What a pursuit by the Pirate defensive front. Demario Ragsdale, I believe, was the first one who was in there. Tyler Jenkins also got his hand on Barnes. You're going to see that right there. Actually, it's Tyler Jenkins who forced him back into the middle, and Super Demario right there wrapped him up. And back-to-back 3-and-outs for this powerful Brandon offense. You can't say enough about how this Pearl Pirate defense has started.
Tyler Jenkins is just the menace, I promise you. Punt gets away. It is a high kick. But it was dropped by Kinji. But thankfully, we had a trailer on the play. And who wound up on top of that?
That was Antonio McFarland, one of the gunners, who was able to get back. And Kinji had a bulldog a couple of yards in front of him, still in legal guarding position. But you cannot do that on the road. And thankfully, Antonio, heads-up play by McFarland, able to save the possession for the Pirates.
Well, I couldn't tell if he tried to fair catch that ball because it did wind up saving us a lot of yards, because if he let it hit, it was going to bounce inside the 20. Fortunately, we have it at the 31. Oh, and we shoot the snap behind Jack, and it's covered up, but they're going to mark him back at the 17.
Back-to-back costly plays, and yeah, that one was far to Jack's left, unable to squeeze that one. Kind of an awkward tackle there by Callender on the back of Jack's legs. Thankfully, Jack hops up.
That one was wide left, as kickers would call it. All right, now deep behind the chains now on second down. Jack looking, plenty of time. He'll throw over the middle. He's got his man. I think that was incomplete.
Yes.
Yeah, Shaden McCollum never did possess that ball.
Yeah, that's a big call there, too. Get no video review in high school football. And Shaden McCollum, I think, will get a good look here on the Rogers Dabbs replay. I don't think he ever was able to catch it and do anything with it. No. Never able to fully possess that ball, so it hits the turf, and here comes third and forever.
Third down and 23 from the 17.
Officially 23 yards to go. You just don't want to make a mistake here. And give the Bulldogs the ball on this side of the 50. And we're going to get movement.
Yeah, I believe that was a false start on Marquell Lake. That's going to be the first penalty of the night. And while they report that penalty, Professor, you got better eyes than we do way down there on the field. Does it look like we're playing number 50, Talon Jackson, starting at center? Am I seeing that correct?
I believe so. I'm on the other end of the field right now. I will double check on that, but that's what it looks like from me, too.
Third down and 23.
All right, third down and 20, now 8. 29, says Cole Patrick. Jack will look to throw. Going to heave one deep. Has a man, and just a yard too far.
Yeah, that was Kenji McNair, who had a step on LaHare Bowles, the cornerback. That was one-on-one coverage, and Jack Durr just overthrew him by about 2.5 yards. Otherwise, Kenji catches that to convert on third and the impossible.
So Kenji will come back out there. He'll be the punter standing in the end zone. He's going to need a big hop and a roll to get us flip this field position a little bit. Good snap. Kick is away. It is a low liner. And it's going to be taken in. Well, that's the danger of kicking those low ones, because it's like Quincy Phillips will just field it like a shortstop. And he got a full head of steam as he took it forward.
Yeah, Kenji unable to get any hang time on that one. It was a low line drive, and Phillips fielded it perfectly. And the coverage team with no time to get down there. Good play by Evan Williams, tracking down the very elusive Quincy Phillips. But Brandon now in their third possession with easily their best starting field position of the night.
Starting at the Pirate 29. Barnes keeps it. Quick throw out to Phillips. He breaks through that first line. As we needed folks over there it was 1-on-2.
Yeah, Marquell Lake trying to defend two guys. Great block by Jay McQueen. I believe that was to the outside, and then Quincy extra yardage off of it.
Now this time they will run it to the left side. Looks like down to the 16-yard line.
That time it was number 17, Dalen Stewart, with the carry out of the backfield. They're playing that two-back set with Blunt and Stewart.
So that'll move the chains. First down for the Bulldogs at the 16. Phillips now moves into the backfield. They've got three backs back there. Goes to Phillips. He's wrapped up. He will fall forward for about 2 yards to the 14-yard line.
Yeah, that three-back set, something Brandon had not shown all season until they came to Pearl, and that's how they opened the game for the first few plays was in that three-back set. We really didn't know what to do with it, but that time the defense does a great job of reading the play and holding Phillips to only a 2-yard gain.
Solid stop by Caleb Arterberry on that play. This time they will run it. Blunt, left side, gets into the second level. He dropped the football, but Brandon's able to jump back on top of it. Pirates could not capitalize.
Wow, that would have been so big, such a big break, but tip your cap, does Brandon, to number 63. That's Brendan Ward, the senior offensive lineman, who made a heads-up play to fall on top of it. Ken Mangum knocks it out, and the ball's just hanging there on the turf. And unfortunately, Pearl doesn't see it in time before Brendan Ward falls on top of it. 1st and goal for Brandon.
From the 3-yard line. Barnes will now check the sideline. Typically, this is all Blunt territory when they get inside the 5. Nope, they will hand it off to the inside back. That was Stewart again, and he's going to cross the goal line for the opening score of the game.
Everybody thinks it's going to 6. We had 2 guys go his way. Instead, they give it to Dalen Stewart, the junior, and he takes it right up the gut, carries a couple of Pirates into the end zone, and from 3 yards out, Brandon strikes first with 4:57 remaining here in the first quarter.
Folks still streaming in here to Brandon High School. Big crowd here tonight. There's the extra point. Good snap, good hold. Kick is up, and it is good. With 4:57 to play here in the first quarter, Brandon 7, Pirates nothing.
When something works this well,
Paying bills? This site is so comprehensive. I do all my banking online. More time for coffee.
you want to get others excited about it too.
Yes, honey. They're very conscientious, and they're about helping us map out a plan for our future.
It's nice to know we make a
It was
difference.
so easy. They had lots of creative ways to help me afford the loan for the cutest car I've wanted
And
for
that a
so
great
long.
bank is a really important thing to have. Comprehensive, conscientious, creative, community bank like no other bank you know.
Welcome back to Bulldog Stadium here,
Connor Mullins to kick off for the Bulldogs.
as we will have a Shane Fletcher Farm Bureau Insurance kick. As for the first time tonight, Pearl finds itself trailing on the scoreboard, 7-0.
Kenji McNair, the lone deep man back for the Pirates. Looks like Jalen Fields and Marquell Lake will be the next level up.
Right, we'll come to you as soon as we get this kickoff, but I'm curious as to whether it's just nerves as to why the Pirates just don't look real sharp here to start, but we'll find out. Here's our Shane Fletcher Farm Bureau Insurance kick. Kenji will take it in at the 4-yard line. Comes straight up the middle, and oh my goodness, he gets planted at the 21.
By number 21, Connor Crenshaw, the junior wide receiver playing special teams. Just welcome Kenji McNair to Brandon High School with a bone-crunching hit. Thankfully, Kenji pops up and seems to be okay. He is a football player, and he's a tough guy.
Roy, do you get a sense that it's just a little nerves down there?
Yeah, I think that's all it is. You know, from that punt, when they punted and Kenji muffed it, after that, you know, you start, okay, is this one we're going to fall apart? And I think they'll settle down now.
All right, trying to come and score. To tie this thing up. Here's a little jet sweep coming here to the near side, trying to get to the outside, but a nice tackle there.
Yeah, excellent wrap-up that time by Khalil Norwood as Antoine Shoto threw a great block out here on the outside to open up the hole for Marquell. But Khalil Norwood, who is some kind of fast coming out of that linebacker spot, able to catch the very elusive Marquell Lake.
Still a pickup of 5. So a 2nd down and 5. A positive play there on 1st down. Jack will look to throw this time. Throwing left. Has a man. That ball's caught. It's Marquell. Spins his way out. He's going to have himself a Renaissance Bank 1st down out to the 37-yard line.
Excellent route by Marquell. Great ball by Jack. Good job getting it out of there quickly. Offensive line gave him time. Jack put it right where he had to, and then Markwell making people miss, getting to the outside and picking up the first Pearl Pirate first down of the night.
That's a little Madden spin move right there to get away. On first down. Jack will give it off to Shoto. Shoto turns the corner. He'll get it out to, it looked like he made the 40, but they're only going to give him credit to the 39.
Looked like a little confusion on that RPO action. Not sure if the snap was a little, again, off to the left for Jack. Jaden Callender, their leading tackler, was right in there to read it again, but the hesitation almost confused Callender and allowed Shoto to get to the outside to pick up 2 yards on first down.
So second down and 8. Hand it off this time. There he goes into the backfield, but a penalty flag is coming in, and DJ Page is putting his hands up. Like
yeah, right there in the middle of that line. Look for number 53. They threw it right at DJ Page's feet, and he's the one who got up. Let's see if, right on the back of that guy. Yep, pulled him all the way down. That's going to be a hold
you can't
every day.
You can't turn him.
Second penalty of the night.
Roy, did you ever get a look at who, because I can't tell with the numbers, who's snapping the ball?
Heck, even from here, it's hard for me to see. It is not 50, it's 64.
All right, so Reed, Taylor.
Second down and long.
All right, so after that Havard Real Estate Group penalty, we're backed up to the 29. Jack looking to throw. Pump fake.
Ball on the ground.
Ball is out.
We got back on top of it, I do believe.
But I think it's an incomplete pass.
Okay.
His arm was going forward. You'll get a look at it here on the Roger Stabs replay.
Pressure coming from linebackers for Brandon, and it looked like he may have tried to tuck that ball.
But the arm was still going forward.
But that's right. They're going to call it, and again, no video replay here in high school. You get the privilege of that at home, but not here.
The Brady Tuck rule. All right, so we face another third down and long. We've got a quadruple bunch wide receiver set, throwing it out wide open, and it's gonna be a first down. Was that Kinji?
No, that was Markwell Lake.
Markwell.
There was a whole stack of wide receivers here on the near side. It was Shaden McCollum, Markwell Lake, Jalen Fields, and Kinji was also in that stack, I believe. And great job running routes. Markwell ran the slant. He was wide open right in the middle of the field on the Bulldog head, and he had about 4 more yards to go. He picks up 5 for a huge first down.
Now,
same set.
This is a creative formation here because you can't cover them all. Jack's going to be flushed out looking. He's got one of those receivers on the sideline. This time it's Jalen Fields, and he's going to have us another first down at the 32-yard line. Pirates on the move with this quadruple stack.
Yeah, I believe it's confusing the Brandon secondary. Good job that time by Jack Dirk keeping things alive, rolling out to his right as a lefty, and he found Jalen Fields wide open on the sidelines. Now we're just flipping which side of the field we run it on.
Now we'll do it to the top. There's only 3 Bulldogs up there to cover 4 guys.
About to see who are they leaving uncovered. That's Jordan Butler over there with Jalen Fields, Kinji McNair, and Markwell Lake.
And you've got Shaden one-on-one down here. Take your pick. Oh, and Jack's going to run it up the middle.
We've seen that a good bit this year from this Coach Weems-led offense where we kind of spread it out with 5 wide and you run Jack right up the gut. That time not very successful, as it was a good tackle that time from Brandon by number 36. That's Jacob Toro, the senior linebacker.
Now we'll go back to a more conventional set. 3 wide receivers. Jack will hand that ball off to Shoto. He's into the second level, into the secondary. Shoto to the 10, to the 5, stretches.
Nope, they're going to call him down at the 1 as the near side official runs in. But what a run by Antoine Shoto. Great holes made up front to open that left side, and Antoine making people miss all the way down to the goal line. You're going to get a great look at it here, as it was very, very close. They were on his backside, and I do believe maybe that knee touched. And we'll see, do we put in the big guys? Looks like we got the defensive lineman in, Greg.
This is the power play right here.
Demario Ragsdale, Trey Schaefer, defensive lineman in there on this goal line set.
Durr will keep it himself. Follow the big fellas. Crosses the goal line. Nope, never going to get a penalty flag. Let's check the flag.
Ken Mangum was in the backfield next to Jack Durr. He's the guy who helped throw the extra block, and
here comes
this could hurt a lot if it's against us.
Illegal formation. We don't run it that often, and so we got our hands caught in the cookie jar as guys weren't quite sure where to set up. So that Havard Real Estate Group penalty is going to take it from the 1 back to the 6, and it will be first and goal.
It's a costly penalty against the Pirates, and we're going to burn a timeout.
Yeah, we're going to take a timeout here because Hunter wants to talk to the ref.
Well, we'll step aside. We'll come back in just a moment.
Dude. Fire. Grill master, huh?
Burgers, better with Pepsi.
It's fourth down, seconds on the clock. He hands it off, finds a hole in the middle. Clear, nothing. Brian, move! Incredible! A touchdown for the win. I can't believe it.
Pizza, better with Pepsi.
How local is Bank Plus? We're here, and here. And we're with you here, and here. Wherever, whenever you need us. We make our banking decisions right here because local means more than a location. It means a commitment to deliver more for our customers and our communities. Your bank, your plus, Bank Plus.
Well, we're back. The penalty stands. It will remain at the 6-yard line after the illegal formation. So first and goal for the Pirates.
Ragsdale, Schaefer, and Mangum from the defensive side still in there.
Who's our back?
That is Ken Mangum.
So Ken remains in the backfield. We're still going heavy to that left side. Now we'll run to the weak side. Oh, and he's upended. Nice tackle as he's going to get to the 4, but that's it.
And do not forget, Ken Mangum started his Pearl High School career on this side of the ball. He was a running back wearing number 42. Last couple of years, he's slid over to the defensive side and just promptly led the team in tackles. But he's a guy who's not unfamiliar to the backfield.
That was impressive. They went low for his legs and popped him up in the air. Second and goal. Give it a pitch. Arr! No flags this time. And the Pirates find Pater.
From 3 yards out, Jack Durr hits the end zone, and we're a Colston Bennett extra point away from tying this one. Jack Durr now with 3 rushing touchdowns in the last 5 quarters against these Bulldogs. And we're going for 2, and it's going to work. They had a guy running on late.
Let's check the flag, and it's going to be offside.
Yeah, they had a guy running on late. Will it be a dead ball foul? That was Trace Schaefer who ran it in.
Well, let's see.
Yeah, they're going to call it offsides before the play, but doesn't that allow us to hold the play?
They are going to take it off the board, and we'll line it back up at the 1. Boy, that's a shame because that was a good 2-point conversion that caught Brandon completely off guard.
Sure did. And
so after the Raising Cane's touchdown, Colston will come on to kick it. Oh, my gosh, a horrible snap. But it gets up. Great job by Isaiah Wynn. Good job, young man, getting that ball up. Colston puts it through, and we're tied at 7.
So you injured your shoulder or your knee? And of course, you want the best care and the best doctor available. The doctor on the left treats shoulders and knees and ankles and hands, while the Mississippi sports medicine doctor on the right specializes in one body area and one area only, treating thousands of patients a year. Trust your medical care to one of our true specialists. Mississippi Sports Medicine. We specialize for you.
So Eat Dirt, playoff edition. We are knotted at 7 with 1:23 to play here in the opening quarter. Greg Flynn, Bryant May, and the Professor Roy Harper. Glad you could join us on the broadcast. It's a pleasure to bring it to you all season long. Colston Bennett has the Shane Fletcher Farm Bureau Insurance kick teed up. Ready to fly. Quincy Phillips back deep for the Bulldogs. He'll have a chance this time. He'll take it in at the 7. Going to the right. Pirates do a nice job of hemming him up. He'll get out to the 26-yard line.
Good special teams play that time by Antonio McFarland. Great look there on the field camera tonight here from Brandon High School as Antonio came over there and wrapped up the elusive Quincy Phillips. Last drive, 10 plays, 78 yards for Jack Durr and the Pearl Pirate offense, capped off by a 3-yard Jack Durr touchdown run. Colston Bennett extra point. And we're all knotted at 7 with 1:18 remaining here in this second round matchup.
I love that new look formation that we gave them. All right, this is going to be a handoff. Going nowhere. Back to the 25. They're going to say he's down. Pirates scrambling for the football, but knee was down as Blunt. Well, let's take a close look at it. He gets in there. Yeah, he was down. Well, I don't know. That ball wasn't there anymore.
Sure was. Yeah, ball on the ground. Looks like Blunt may have grabbed it back himself. Blunt, a 5,000 career yard rusher here at Brandon High School, held to just 64 yards back in October.
After the loss of 1, 2nd and 11, that one's incomplete. And the Brandon Bulldog just threw our defender out of bounds. This better not be on Pearl because Marquel Lake just got thrown by the Brandon receiver that was trying to throw a block.
See if we let the
Watch this
play continue on as, wow, we're going to see, yeah, it was Marquel tangled with him. Greg, this might could go either way as they were both grasping onto each other's jerseys.
That's a bunch of hooey. They're calling that on
and
Pearl.
they did call that on the Pirates.
That's a bunch of hooey.
A costly 15-yard penalty against the Pirates, and after 2 back-to-back really good plays with slowing down Blunt and the incomplete pass, a completely unneeded extra.
I still don't think Marco is the initiator, but this ball was out at the 41-yard line for Brandon. Barnes back to pass, looking, throws it deep over the middle. He's got a man, and it's Phillips. Phillips is going to have it at the 25-yard line for a first down.
Barnes sitting in the pocket with plenty of time. He did get a little pressure in his face, but he's showing you why he is now thrown for over 8,000 yards here at Brandon High School as he nails Quincy Phillips right in the middle of 3 Pirate defenders.
That was a laser. Nope, there's a fake. He tried to get it on a little screen pass to Phillips. That will go incomplete.
Yeah, that time he was having to look over the outstretched arms, I believe, of Caleb Arterberry as Arterberry came here from the near side. That sure was number 12, and that forced the Varnes pass to go high. Falls to the turf here, 2nd and 10.
Barnes, quick throw out here to the near side. He's going to spin out of the coverage there. And that's going to be caught by number 18.
Actually, number 16, I believe, Josh Coe, the receiver for Brandon, as they had 3 guys here on the near side. We had 2 defenders up close. Kenji McNair was a good 15 yards off the ball, and that's what gave Coe all that room.
1st and 10 now for the Bulldogs at the 14. Barnes looking, throwing into the end zone. Caught.
Surprise.
Guess who? Oh, and that should be a penalty flag. He just was standing over taunting.
That absolutely should have been a 15-yard penalty.
Are you joking me?
Yeah, 15 yards on the slant route to Jay McQueen, and he caught it on Marquel Lake in coverage, and we'll see if the guys let that instant replay run long enough. Jay McQueen got up, walked right back over to Marquel Lake, who is not 100%. And had something to say. Officials were right there. Look at that.
They're staring right at it.
Yeah, you got official on the goal line as well as the back of the end zone.
That's
and
awful.
They let that go.
That is awful. Roy Harper, did our coaches see that?
I don't think they did. Marquel is a little shaken up on the play, and he just came off. But I believe they missed that.
He stood right over him. Come on now. Now Brandon shifting things around. 15 seconds to go here in the quarter for the extra point.
We jumped.
Flag on the play.
Being offsides on the Pirates. We'll see, do they take the half the yard Or no, they're actually going to call it on Brandon. False start.
Well,
on
they
the
still owe
Bulldogs.
us 10 more yards now. So they will back them up 5. So now the extra point will come from the 15 and be a 25-yard extra point attempt. Good snap, good hold, kick is up, high, and through. 14-7, Brandon.
15 seconds left to go in the first quarter. The Brandon.
Hey, I'm Matt, and a little thing I love about the Chick-fil-A chicken biscuit is the freshly baked, flaky, buttery biscuit. When I take a bite, it's kind of like, crispy, soft, crispy. Crispy outside, soft interior, crispy chicken. There's really nothing like it.
Hey, I'm Alexa, and the little thing that I love about the Chick-fil-A chicken biscuit is the chicken itself. It is more than scrumptious. It is more than delicious. It is scrumptiddlyumptious. I know that's not a real word, but I love it.
Welcome back to Brandon High School. 15 seconds remaining here on the first quarter clock. And Brandon just capped off a 6-play, 73-yard touchdown drive with a 15-yard toss from Landon Barnes to Jay McQueen, who now has 6 touchdown catches against the Pirates in the last 5 quarters.
Shane Fletcher, Farm Bureau insurance kick is going to be taken in the end zone and will be a touchback. Roy Harper, you said that we were going to settle down after that last drive, but we sure did, driving down the field to get a score.
Yeah, we did. Settled down, got the score, but then, the penalties come back and hurt us again. Now, a couple of them probably shouldn't have been called, or maybe should have gone the other way, but, we have to overcome that and just stay settled down and play our game. And I think we're going to do it again on this drive.
13 seconds to play in the opening quarter. Love the creativity of those formations of the quartet.
Yeah, last possession, 10 plays, 78 yards on the touchdown drive. Shoto going to check out. We'll have a 5 wide receiver set.
Coming in motion for the jet sweep. Fakes it, throws it. Just missed, threw it low. Looking for Kinji.
Yeah, fake jet sweep to Jalen Fields that time and trying to find Kinji in man-to-man coverage on a slant route. And ball just a little bit low. It was pretty good coverage that time by the Brandon secondary. It would have been a tough needle to thread.
That'll be 2nd and 10 for the Pirates. 3 wide receivers this time. Here's a handoff coming here to the right side. Here goes Shoto into the linebacker level. Into the secondary. He'll put it down at the 40-yard line for a Renaissance Bank first down.
Antoine Shoto looking really good through the first quarter rushing. And that time a big first down, as that will probably be the final play of the first quarter. But a great job by that offensive line opening up holes for the junior Shoto.
And that will do it for quarter number 1. Pirates on the move in quarter number 2.
Hey, I'm Matt, and a little thing I love about the Chick-fil-A chicken biscuit is the freshly baked, flaky, buttery biscuit. When I take a bite, it's kind of like, crispy, soft, crispy. Crispy outside, soft interior, crispy chicken. There's really nothing like it.
Hey, I'm Alexa, and the little thing that I love about the Chick-fil-A chicken biscuit is the chicken itself. It is more than scrumptious. It is more than delicious. It is scrumptiddlyumptious. I know that's not a real word, but I love it.
Welcome back to Brandon High School here for the second quarter action. It's 14-7 Bulldogs over the Pearl Pirates as Pearl starts with a 1st and 10 here in the second quarter. Jack Nair drops back, finds Kenji McNair on a slant route into Brandon territory all the way down to the Brandon 42-yard line, and a great pitch and catch to start the second quarter, and Pirates now in business, trailing by a touchdown.
Jack has been very sharp these last 2 drives. Again, staying with 3 wide receiver set. Going to hand the ball off to Shoto, coming left. Oh, but a nice play. Made coming right up the middle there by Calendar.
First quarter stats. Rushing, Pearl with 55 yards on the ground, Brandon with 15. Passing, Pearl with 49, Brandon with 75. Total yardage through the first 12 minutes. Pirates with 104, Brandon with 90. But Brandon leads on the scoreboard 14-7.
Second down and 10. Jack will hand that ball off. I believe that was Ben Alexander. And he's in the game wearing number 4, so he will take it out to the 41-yard line.
First carry for Ben as Jack held it on that RPO about as long as he could before he finally handed it off. His span, the junior defensive lineman, was about 2 yards away from Jack reading his eyes the whole time. Here comes 3rd and long.
A Pearl, 3rd down and 9. And in motion on the jet sweep. They'll give it off to Markwell. Not going to get much at the 39, but I think this is probably going to be 4-down territory. What do you think, Roy?
Yeah, I believe so. We're not making any effort to send the punt team on. So, yeah, we're going to be going for this one.
Looks like Jalen Fields going to check in. TJ McKenzie checking out as we'll go an all wide receiver set here on 4th down. Really need to convert this to keep things close.
Fourth down and 7. Jack has time. Oh, he dropped the football again. It slipped in his hand again, and he's just going to get it back to the 40-yard line. That was weird. Let's see if this ball just slips out again.
Yeah, nobody got a hand on it. Jack just dropped back. Looks like he's got his fingers on the lace as well. And
well, he pumped it.
Yeah, wow. It almost looked like something hurt as he kind of closed. Not sure if he saw a gap that closed quickly and he pulled it down, but either way, the Brandon defensive front was right there on top of that as that play took so long to develop, and Brandon gets the ball back.
1st and 10 from their own 40. Barnes, quick inside hitter. This ball's going into the second level, into Pirate territory at the 45.
That was Cameron Keys that time as he faked it to Stewart. Landon Barnes with just a little flip out to the flat and a perfectly executed screen pass by the Brandon offense.
Stevens goes in motion. Barnes back to pass. He will throw deep over the middle. He's got Phillips. That's going to be good for another first down at the Pirate 33.
This is Landon Barnes again, who threw for 264 yards and 5 touchdowns just a month ago as he lit up the Pearl defense for 42 points.
Brandon going extreme tempo here. Here's to Phillips. He makes a man miss. He's inside the 30 to the 28-yard line. Roy, this is one of those spots we got to be careful. Something bad happens and you can have a quick avalanche.
Oh, I agree. We got to settle down right here. Just make one play and see what we can do after that.
Barnes fakes the handoff. Looking out in the flat. Wasn't there. Throws over the middle. Has a man. Good play made by Kenji McNair to keep that ball away from Quincy.
Yeah, that was excellent defensive coverage by Kenji McNair, who I don't think has left the field all night tonight. Good pressure in Barnes' face by Caleb Arterberry, but he put the ball right on the money. But Kenji dives across and knocks it out of Quincy Phillips' arms with his left hand. Here comes a big, big 3rd down.
And we're going to get a Havard Real Estate Group penalty for a false start. So this will take it back and make it 3rd down and 11.
Both teams penalty plagued back in that first matchup in October. 10 on Pearl, 9 on Brandon. So far tonight, 4 penalties for the Pirates and 2 false start calls against the Bulldogs.
Barnes drops straight back. Throws over the middle. Has a man. And that ball will be caught. Phillips got his arm under it.
The official turned around, had a pretty good look at it. We'll get a good look at it here on the Rogers Dabbs replay as Landon Barnes threw a shot across the middle.
Back to play. Here they go. Wide receiver screen. set down to the 10-yard line.
Josh Coe out there to the outside, capitalizing on that long play to Phillips, and Brandon now second down. They can pick up a first down inside the 5.
Second down and 5. Barnes gives it off to Blunt. Blunt pushing his way inside.
Number 6, Nate Blunt.
They will mark him, it appears, at the 6, so it'll be third down and 1.
Cam Hewitt climbing off the bottom of that pile for that Pirate defensive front. Looks like Demario Ragsdale going to check in here on 3rd and short. A 2-back set for Brandon.
Barnes hand the ball off. Stevens cuts it left into the end zone for a touchdown.
Dalen Stewart having a night tonight. 2 rushing touchdowns for the junior, as back-to-back times as the Brandon Bulldogs have got it inside the 10. Everybody bought the Nate Blunt fake, and Dalen Stewart took advantage of that, and he rolls it in from 7 yards out.
This is going to be unsportsmanlike, I think, after the play, isn't it, Roy?
I'm sorry, I was walking away and missed it.
Yeah,
that's what he called.
Unsportsmanlike against Brandon after the touchdown. So Brandon will be penalized on the kickoff. They now lead it 20-7 with 7:46 to play before halftime. Again, still very early in this football game, but it just feels like, you know, the Pirates are letting things steamroll them a little bit right now. Good snap, good hold, kick is up, and it is good. 21-7 now. Bad guys in front.
Public service has always had a very special place in my heart, and you know, to be able to do it and be a first responder as a reserve, you know, when you're not getting paid, that's just one of the most selfless acts you can do. I think we all have a responsibility to our towns and our communities.
Well, for me, it's simple. I mean, when you say local, that's what's most important to me. Our citizens inside this county, we all care for each other, and we do everything we can to help everybody out. I am Shane Fletcher with Farm Bureau, and we are the home team.
A critical drive facing the Pirates here in just a moment, as Brandon is set to kick off with our Shane Fletcher Farm Bureau insurance kick. Again, Pirates down 2 scores. Need to get it back to a 1-score game. Critical possession upcoming. Let's see where we get it. Line drive kick that's going to bounce.
Gonna have to pick it up. Wow.
Oh, no. And
Not
he fell
there.
on it at the 1.
Not there.
Roy.
Yeah.
I don't understand that.
I don't either. I think they were sitting there trying to see if it would bounce into the end zone, which you can't do.
But then fall on it at the 1?
Right. Yeah.
I
I don't know. Maybe he didn't realize where he was. He was running back toward it. And I don't know, just poor decision. And
Just gotta be
hopefully
sharp.
it won't cost us here.
Well, now we got 99 yards to go. Jack will come out with 3 wide receivers, 2 to the top. We'll run that ball up the middle. Little bit of breathing room out to the 3.
TJ McKenzie, the senior that time, with his first carry of the night. TJ probably the thickest of our 3 running backs, and trying to just get out from underneath the shade of that goalpost.
Second down and 9. And that ball's going nowhere. They tried the right side, and he's going to lose yardage back to inside the 1.
Trying to add a little wrinkle with Jordan Butler sliding across that time, but Jaden Callender, again, who had 19 tackles back in the first matchup in October, read that one the whole way, and he wrapped up TJ McKenzie, and we've gone nowhere across 2 plays, and you've got to get it out of here and at least pick up a first down or 2, because a punt here gives Brandon incredible field position, already up 2 scores. Looks like the Pirates going to burn a timeout.
We'll take it with them. 7:06 to play before halftime.
When Pirates need a feast, they sail to Mugshot's Grill and Bar. Voted best burger in Mississippi for 13 years in a row, Mugshot's proudly serves fresh, never frozen certified Angus beef. X marks the spot at 2 locations on the map, in Pearl and Riverwind Drive in the movie theater parking lot, and in Flowood on the corner of Airport Road and Lakeland Drive. You can dine in, take out, or order online and pick up curbside. Check out mugshotsgrillandbar.com.
Well, Jack Durr over talking things over as we face a critical 3rd down and 10 from the 1-yard line. We've got to get it out to the 11.
Durr tonight through the air, 4 of 8, 67 yards. Really ineffective on the ground. 6 carries. This does include sacks, 6 carries, negative 12 yards. He does have that 3-yard touchdown scamper. And receptions tonight, Marquell Lake with 2, Jalen Fields with 1, and Kenji McNair with 1. We need a big one right here.
Jack in the pocket, throwing deep down the right side. Tried to high point the ball.
Yep.
That should be interference. Here comes the flag.
Yeah, and I was wondering who was going to drop it because it sure looks like it, and we'll see if we get a shot here on the replay as the guy who's running. I didn't get a number on that defensive back, but he had an arm on Kenji the whole way down the field. You didn't get a great look at it there. I believe that was was that 4, Jay McQueen? Is he playing both ways tonight?
Well, I like I like how the back judge threw it.
Yeah, the guy on the far side was unwilling to drop his flag. I'm not sure if he had the best angle on it, and the home faithful crowd not too happy about it, but the Pirates will take it as that is a big, big penalty to get us out of the end zone.
And give us a much-needed first down at the 15-yard line.
Yeah, I was wondering which way that call was going to go from my point of view, too.
Let's see if the Pirates can keep this drive going. There's a handoff. Breaks the first tackle, but can't get past the linebackers out to the 19.
TJ McKenzie's still in there. And Brandon overloaded the near side. That time 36, Jacob Toro. No one caught him, and he caught TJ.
Jack's going to keep it. Cuts it inside, now outside. He's going to get slammed to the turf, but not before he picks up a Renaissance Bank first down out at the 29-yard line.
Some physical play happening out there right now. Jordan Butler coming to the outside, throwing a great block. Shaden McCollum also with a good block. Good job letting go of their guys and not getting called for holding. Clock now under 6 minutes and 20 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. Pirates needing a score desperately.
Marquell goes in motion. Give it to him on the jet sweep. Going full speed. Turns it up. Across to the midfield stripe goes Marquell Lake.
Jet sweep to Marquell. Actually, that was a pure handoff, and you got a good shot there of the handoff from Durr to Marquell, and it's just get your athlete out in space. And Marquell Lake is some kind of difficult to tackle, and another big conversion as now the Pirates have moved it out from the 1-yard line to midfield.
They're on first down. Hand the ball off. We'll try the right side. Going to pick up 2 yards to the 49-yard line of the Bulldogs.
Second down and 8.
TJ McKenzie trying to bounce it to the outside there. He'll check out, Shoto back in. Jordan Butler, you see, leading the way. But a good pursuit by this Brandon Bulldog defense, only giving up 20 points a game.
Jordan Butler kicks over in motion to the right side. Jack, plenty of time, looking, throwing over the middle. That ball's caught by Shaden McCollum. And Shaden throwing a little shade to the 37-yard line. Renaissance Bank will move the chain.
Yeah, great catch by Shaden, and you're going to get a great look at it here. The ball a little bit behind Shaden, but had it not been behind him, I don't know if he would have caught it because the Brandon defender was playing over Shaden's left shoulder, and Jack threw it backwards to the right shoulder. Great catch by Shaden, and another big conversion. Pirates in business.
Jack will keep it himself, straight keeper. Plowing his way into the linebacker level. He's going to get it to the just about the 30-yard line, so a big pickup on first down of 7.
And quarterback draw all the way, fakes it to Shoto. Jordan Butler, the leading blocker, and Jack right up the middle, and that's where the passing attack opens up. Jack Duran, his rushing, 150 yards back in October. Nowhere near that here in the first half against Brandon, but we need his legs to be working.
The quartet set up top. Jack looking, doesn't have it, pulls it down. Now he'll throw into coverage and picked off. Tried to jam one in there, and this ball's intercepted and returned out to the 27-yard line. Ouch.
Preston Ashley for the Bulldogs, the sophomore defensive back, came up and made a play that was not even his man as, wow, looked like a little extra hand there from the defensive back on Marquell Lake, but tip your cap. That was a great play by Ashley, who came up off of his man, made the interception, and the first turnover of the night goes against the Pirates and stops what was looking like a very successful Pirate drive. And now the D going to have to stand tall, under 4 minutes remaining before halftime.
Barnes, quick throw here to Phillips. He misses that. If that was a lateral, if that went forward. Let's see what they want to do with this football. They're going to put it back at the line of scrimmage for a incomplete pass. Still be second down and 10. Barnes, another quick throw inside to Phillips. This time he's got a head of steam. He'll pick up a first down across the 35.
Damon Draper, the guy who made the tackle, also lost his hat on that play. He'll have to check out for one, but they are working Quincy Phillips tonight, as we limited him to only about 60 total yards back in October, but he is showing why he is their leading receiver tonight in this second round game.
Another quick throw out here the near side, tipped up and off, somehow brought in by Coe.
What an incredible acrobatic play by Coe. I thought he was going to tip it up to the defensive backs who were going to pull that one in for an interception, but heads up play by Josh Coe, pulling that down for a 3-yard gain.
Second down and 7 from their own 41. Now Barnes will look at the sideline. Approaching the 3-minute mark of the second quarter. Barnes looking, he's pressured. Looked like holding there. He's got a man wide open downfield. It's Phillips, got behind everybody, and Barnes, the strength of his arm, got it all the way to him. Wow.
Quincy Phillips was all by himself in the Pirates secondary. He got lost somewhere, and that's not a guy that you can lose. And 40 yards on the flick from Landon Barnes all the way down to Quincy Phillips. And Quincy Phillips is having a first half. 8 catches, 135 yards for the speedster Quincy Phillips. And there was clearly some miscommunication that time in the Pirates secondary. Bulldogs knocking on the door yet again.
Barnes, quick throw, out into the flat again. That's Phillips. He's going to get it to the 11. They're just so fast when they throw that little wide receiver quick out.
Yeah, and we're playing too far off to be able to get in there and slow it down before they pick up at least 5. That time they picked up about 7 or 8 on first down.
2 minutes to play here before halftime. Brandon trying to dig us a little deeper hole. Barnes throws the fade to the corner. Touchdown, Brandon.
From 11 yards out, there goes that man again. Jay McQueen wishes that every game was against these Pirates.
We're going to get another flag that flies in. And this is going to be an unsportsmanlike against somebody. And it's going to be against Brandon once again.
That's 3 straight touchdowns for Brandon where there's been extra laundry or should have been extra laundry on the field. And it's going to be another unsportsmanlike conduct against the Bulldogs. That'll be assessed, I believe, on the kickoff.
So that's 3 touchdowns for Brandon, but again, taunting after each touchdown. 2 of them called, 1 not. So the extra point is up, and it is good. Minute 41 to play before the half, 28-7.
The Pearl Pool is a proud sponsor of Pirate football. Located in the heart of the city, 3500 Dawn Drive, the Pearl Pool offers everyone a safe, convenient place to swim and host parties. Affordable memberships are available, and walk-ups are always welcome. It's also a great place for Pirates to take swimming lessons before they hit the high seas. And when the temperature heats up, make plans to cool off at the Pearl Pool.
Well, the Pirates have a minute 41. They will get the ball to start the second half, but trailing by 3 touchdowns now. You pray you can get some good field position here to give yourself an opportunity. That last drive just was so disappointing. We started at the 1, drove it all the way to the Brandon 30, and then ended in an interception, which the Bulldogs turned around and drove it right back down the field to cash in for a touchdown of their own. His kick will be taken in at the 15-yard line. Going on the far side, cutting it back up the middle. Oh, look at this. We're going to get some great field position out at the 45.
Jalen Fields on the return, and easily the best return of the night so far for the Pirates. We needed that, again, with, I believe, only 1 timeout remaining, 28-7. And Landon Barnes for the Bulldogs having an incredible first half, 16 of 21, 203 yards, and 2 touchdown passes for Landon Barnes here through the first 2 quarters. And he is showing why he has the experience that he does. 2 state championships played in the last 2 years.
Durr back to pass, looking on the right side. He's got a completion out to the inside the 45 to the 44 goes Markwell Lake. And that'll be enough for a Renaissance Bank first down. Clock stops at a minute 25. Now it will start as the ball is set. Jack back to pass, looking left side. Got a man again, but this time incomplete. Looking for Kinji. And Roy, I think we only have 1 timeout left, or are we out? Let's double check with the professor in a minute, but I think we have just 1.
Yeah, I believe we burned those 2.
Yeah, we burned 2. We just have 1 left.
All right, so with a minute 12, it is 2nd and 10 from the Brandon 43-yard line. See if we can push through on this final 43 yards. Bulldogs blitz. Jack gets it away. Nearly intercepted.
Pass intended, I believe, for Shaden McCollum, and wow, what a break that one did not go the other way again. That might have been a pick 6 too. There would have been a lot of turf in front of the Bulldogs safety who was coming over. I believe that was number 2, Russell Robbins.
Jack had a lot of heat, just overthrew that one.
Markwell Lake, who limped off 2 plays ago, looks like he's back and okay, and we're going to set up that diamond set again here down at the bottom of the screen.
The quartet's set. Let's see if we can get somebody open. Jack not even looking that way. He's throwing the one-on-one ball into double coverage. And we're going to get a miracle.
No, they're going to say incomplete.
No,
but I
we're
believe
going to get a miracle pass
we're going to get a pass interference.
Here.
That was one-on-one with Kenji McNair to the outside. The safety did come over to help. I thought Kenji might have come down with that one. which would have been incredible, but the official right there on top of it, who dropped the flag there at the 4-yard line. And we're going to get a second pass interference call of the night on the Bulldogs.
So this will give us good territory, field position now with another first down. 1 minute to play before halftime. They're going to set that ball down at the 28-yard line, so time not a factor now. With a timeout in our pocket,
First down and 10.
and the clock stopping on first downs and out of bounds now. Jack looking left, looking, throwing deep. He's got a man wide open, but overthrew. Marquell comes up limp. He's hobbling and he's down on the Brandon side, and he can't get up.
Yeah, Marquell has been struggling. We watched him in pregame warm-ups. He was testing out that leg. They got banged up last week at Gulfport, and as I said, he limped off a few plays ago.
Well, they're stretching him like it might be a cramp as the way that they're putting him up. So let's just pray that it's a cramp. But Marquell went down in a heap.
Yeah, they're certainly treating it like it's a cramp. 54 seconds to go before the half. 28-7. Bulldogs lead the Pirates, and Marquell now up on his feet. He is a long way away from the Pirates sideline, though.
Yeah, that's a cramp leg. He cannot.
Yep.
Yeah, it's cramping up again. He's going to have to go back the other way. He's not going to make it all the way across the field.
Laying back down again as Coach Hunter makes his way across the field to try to catch up with him. We'll take a quick look at some stats. After we ended the first quarter, Pirates were outgaining the Bulldogs 104 to 90 yards, and now the Bulldogs have come on in a flurry here in the second quarter. Bulldogs now with 228 total yards to the Pirates 190.
Well, this is exactly what happened in the first game, except it's the third quarter that's reversed.
That's exactly right.
They've done in the second quarter, we had a couple of bad things happen, and then it was just an avalanche. The good news is we still have an entire second half to try and battle back this time, but it's going to be very difficult if we don't have number 0 in our arsenal, as Marquell being helped across the field.
Yeah, you and Coach Hunter talked about it this week at the Full Pirate Coaches Show at Mugshots, just how important it is for the team to bounce back. Coach Hunter, I love the way he stated it. He said something is going to not go your way every game, but it's how you respond to that rather than letting it turn into an avalanche as we did in the second half back in October. And there's been definitely a little bit of an avalanche here in this second quarter with the interception and 3 straight scores for the Bulldogs.
All right, Marquell will get some medical attention over on the Pirate bench. Pirates now facing second down and 10. Jordan Butler shifts over to the right side. Jack will look, throwing to his right. Out of bounds. Again, they're rolling the safety over there to Kinji, and he's having to battle through a lot. If they're rolling that safety to the right, there's got to be somebody down here.
Yeah, it looks like single coverage down here at the bottom of the screen, and that time the ball floated all the way out of bounds as Jack was trying not to throw the pick, but you've got double coverage on Kinji. They know if Marquell's not in there, that you are most likely looking number 2's way.
Maybe Shaden and Fields can get something over here with no safety support. Jack looking. Now he'll throw this side. Almost intercepted.
Yep.
And a flag is coming in as they're going to say Shaden was interfered with.
Yeah, it sure looked like Jonathan Crane got his hands on Shaden before the ball got there. The Brandon faithful, again, they're not going to like it. But let's see if you can get a look here on the Rogers Dabbs instant replay as Shaden was in the slot and, looked like he got hands on the back. A little hard to tell from that far away, but from where I am, it looked like he got hands on the back before the ball got there just by a split second, and that's pass interference by rule. So the third PI call of the night for the Bulldogs, and, man, did we need that in the worst way.
This will take it to the 14-yard line. 43 seconds. Now time really not a factor. See if the Pirates can go the final 14 here. Jack will keep. He will get spun down for a yard at the 13.
See, clock management, we're going to keep things moving. Keep that timeout in your pocket. Now with 30 seconds to go.
Number 34, Brandon Evans.
Brandon hustling to get somebody off. We could not snap it quick enough. Jack back to pass. He's going to throw the fade to the corner. He's got a man. Wide open, missed him. Threw it a little too strong.
That was Jalen Fields in the corner, as I believe the Brandon secondary got confused. Two guys went with Kenji, and Jalen was wide open, but Jack threw it about 2 or 3 yards out of bounds as he had to sail it over about 4 or 5 men. One of those was Kenji, and the rest of them Bulldogs. Isaiah Wynn going to check in here.
He threw that one a little bit short. Jalen, there's nobody near him. All right, third down. 3 wide receivers here to the near side. Jack looking left, throwing. Almost intercepted again. Boy, he stares that receiver down. I think that's one of the things that Jack's got to mature. He stared at them the whole way.
Yeah, Jalen Fields, the intended receiver again, as we had that triple set. We've run a lot of quad set, had a triple set, and we had a lot of guys really in a really small area, and it looks like we're going to trot Colston Bennett out onto the field with 15 seconds to go before the half, just to try to get some kind of points, because that would narrow this down to an 18-point contest.
Cash money. Colston out on the field for a 30-yard field goal attempt. It is up, and it is good. So we've got 10 seconds left in the half. We cut it down to 28-10. Roy, what are you thinking down there on that sideline?
I'm thinking there's a lot of former players down here that are in my way. So I'm down here with Tristan and Griffin, and I don't even want to name these other guys, man. So, but
Tristan
anyway.
and Griffin were too busy to come help us. Ask them about that. They didn't want to come up here.
Oh, I just heard that y'all were too busy to come help them one game. What, are y'all too busy being firemen or something, playing firemen? Is that what y'all doing?
Well, he's standing there with you.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, you're not playing fireman tonight. But nah, man. Hey, at least we got something positive out of that drive. Looks better, of course, aided with a couple of penalties there. But
Roy, how's Markwell?
I'll have to check on that. The doctor looked at him. She came up and checked him out after the trainer, and I think it's just a cramp.
It looked like severe cramping.
Right. Yeah, but it had happened on the drive before, and they'll get some liquid in him, and he'll be fine, I'm sure. But I'll check on that.
All right, 10 seconds. Colston Bennett with our Shane Fletcher Farm Bureau insurance kick. This one will be into the end zone for a touchback. So Colston's put 2 of them in the end zone tonight. Very impressive. Those touchbacks are key. So, good news. Pirates will get the ball to start the second half.
Yeah, and you wonder if that played into Coach Hunter's decision there to just try to go ahead and get 3 on the board, knowing that we also will get really almost back-to-back possessions, 10 seconds remaining, and it looks like Brandon's just going to take a knee as Quincy Phillips is back deep kind of to play that safety position. And it does look like Landon Barnes is just going to take a knee and take it to the half.
Yeah, guys,
and he will indeed.
I'm sorry, I got an update on Markwell. It is just Crowns. I talked to him, and he's sucking down that juice, trying to, get hydrated a little bit better and be good to go second half.
All right, well, we played Eat Dirt 2, and so far it is Brandon serving up that dirt to Pearl right now. 28-10 as we hit the halftime break. We'll step aside, thank all of our great sponsors that have brought you PMB football on PMB Sports all season. We'll come back with some stats and get you ready for the second half and a word with Coach Hunter. You're watching Pirate Football on PMB Sports.
Hello, I'm State Representative Gene Newman, here to share a message to our young people and parents. There are many pathways to success. For some, it's 4-year college, which is great if you have a chosen profession. But there are so many other opportunities to grow and succeed here in Mississippi. Our community colleges, VOTEC, trade schools, apprenticeship programs, and on-the-job training are all top-notch. Believe it or not, there are more than 7 million good jobs available across the country, and most don't require a 4-year degree. I encourage parents to support their kids that have a love for skilled trades like construction. air conditioning repair, auto technicians, electricians, and so many others. We need a diverse workforce that can thrive even in tough times like pandemics. And remember, no matter what, every day is a great day to be a Pirate.
At Raising Cane's, we're huge football fans, but we're also fans of your local fundraisers and fun runs, small victories and big ideas. And yes, even the neighborhood animal shelter. I was getting to that. Plus over 30,000 other partners in the communities we serve. When you order our hand-battered chicken fingers, craveable cane sauce, and jugs of freshly made tea and lemonade to cheer on your home team, you're also supporting your hometown. Raising Cane's Chicken Fingers, one love.
When pirates need a feast, they sail to Mugshot's Grill and Bar. Voted best burger in Mississippi for 13 years in a row, Mugshot's proudly serves fresh, never frozen certified Angus beef. X marks a spot at 2 locations on the map, in Pearl and Riverwind Drive in the movie theater parking lot, and in Flowood on the corner of Airport Road and Lakeland Drive. You can dine in, take out, or order online and pick up curbside. Check out mugshotsgrillandbar.com.
They say good things come in small packages. And I found the same thing to be true with small businesses. Places where you can get a good cup of coffee or a fresh haircut. Where they call you by your name and the coffee don't taste like cardboard. Well, Alpha's like that too. They're local folks who care about making sure you have what you need, like great rates for business insurance. Local just means more.
Call Alpha agent John McHenry in Pearl for a quote today.
The Umbrays welcome the Rocket City Trash Bandits for 7 games in 6 days, August 29th through September 3rd at Trustmark Park. We start things off with a special 4:05 p.m. doubleheader for Bark in the Park on Tuesday, August 29th, presented by Hollywood Feed. Then it's First Responders Wednesday and Truckworks Thirsty Thursday. The first 1,000 fans on Friday, September 1st will get a Michael Harris II bobblehead. The Mississippi U.S. Army National Guard presents a post-game fireworks show on Saturday. Then the homestand concludes with a special 6:05 Labor Day fireworks show for Raising Cane's Sunday Family Fun Day. For tickets, MississippiBraves.com.
Public service has always had a very special place in my heart, and to be able to do it and be a first responder as a reserve, when you're not getting paid, that's just one of the most selfless acts you can do. I think we all have a responsibility to our towns and our communities.
Well, for me, it's simple. I mean, when you say local, that's what's most important to me. Our citizens inside this county, we all care for each other, and we do everything we can to help everybody out. I am Shane Fletcher with Farm Bureau, and we are the home team.
Accidents aren't planned. Mississippi Sports Medicine Orthopedic Urgent Care. You're in, you're out. You're better.
Dude. Fire. Grillmaster, huh?
Burgers, better with Pepsi.
It's fourth down, seconds on the clock. He hands it off, finds a hole in the middle. Clear, nothing but
Brian moves!
Incredible! A touchdown for the win. I can't believe it!
Pizza, better with Pepsi.
When you step into Rogers Dabbs Chevrolet, it's time to buckle up because you're in the driver's seat. Voted as Brandon's favorite dealership, we've worked hard to earn your trust. Whether you're buying or selling a car, you call the shots. We put your needs first and always work hard to make sure you're satisfied. With our expansive inventory and financing options, you can drive off the lot today.
Come on down to Rogers Dabbs Chevrolet.
It's easier here.
The Blue Feather Bakery is a proud supporter of PMB Sports and Pearl Pirate football. Located at 2511 Old Brandon Road in Pearl, they specialized in baked goods such as cookies, pettifours, macarons, cheesecakes, chess squares, and special order cakes. Stop by and enjoy a custom cup of coffee and daily lunch specials. Follow the Blue Feather on Facebook or give them a call at 601-966-3939.
Welcome to Sky Family Dental, where our mission is to provide the finest care available. Here at Sky Family Dental, we strive to help patients live healthier lives. We provide a caring, nurturing environment where your comfort and health is of primary importance. Our staff is dedicated to providing you with a pleasant visit and results that you're proud to show off. We provide all services, including dental exams, child dentistry, dental fillings or implants, tooth extractions, and more. See us at Sky Family Dental, and a bright, healthy smile can be yours.
At Raising Cane's, we're huge football fans, but we're also fans of your local fundraisers and fun runs, small victories and big ideas. And yes, even the neighborhood animal shelter. I was getting to that. Plus over 30,000 other partners in the communities we serve. When you order our hand-battered chicken fingers, craveable cane sauce, and jugs of freshly made tea and lemonade to cheer on your home team, you're also supporting your hometown. Raising Cane's Chicken Fingers, one love.
At Bob Boyd Honda, we pride ourselves in getting our customers the best deals around.
Usually that means when we're selling cars, but right now,
Bob Boyd is in the market to buy.
we're offering top dollar for pre-owned autos, trucks, and SUVs.
Come by, talk to our dedicated team, and discover what a great time it is for Bob Boyd to buy back your used vehicle. Any make, any model.
Whether you're selling or buying, at Bob Boyd Honda, you get a deal.
When something works this well,
Paying bills? This site is so comprehensive. I do all my banking online. More time for coffee?
you want to get others excited about it too.
Yes, honey. They're very conscientious, and they're about helping us map out a plan for our future.
It's nice to know we make a
It was
difference.
so easy. They had lots of creative ways to help me afford the loan for the cutest car I've wanted
And
for
that a
so
great
long.
bank is a really important thing to have. Comprehensive, conscientious, creative, community bank like no other bank you know.
Hey, I'm Matt, and a little thing I love about the Chick-fil-A chicken biscuit is the freshly baked, flaky, buttery biscuit. When I take a bite, it's kind of like, crispy, soft, crispy. Crispy outside, soft interior, crispy chicken. There's really nothing like it.
Hey, I'm Alexa, and the little thing that I love about the Chick-fil-A chicken biscuit is the chicken itself. It is more than scrumptious. It is more than delicious. It is scrumptiddlyumptious. I know that's not a real word, but I love it.
The Pearl Pool is a proud sponsor of Pirate football. Located in the heart of the city, 3500 Dawn Drive, the Pearl Pool offers everyone a safe, convenient place to swim and host parties. Affordable memberships are available, and walk-ups are always welcome. It's also a great place for Pirates to take swimming lessons before they hit the high seas. And when the temperature heats up, make plans to cool off at the Pearl Pool.
So when are you going to give me back for the pizza?
Oh, personal foul. Let's give him a Renaissance replay. Make a successful handoff when you transfer funds to friends and family with Zelle and the Renaissance mobile app.
When you're ready to make a move in Pirate Country, contact Penny Pitts with Havard Real Estate Group in Pearl. Penny is a multi-million-dollar producer and loves to help her clients find the home of their dreams. If you are a first-time home buyer or ready to upsize or downsize, she is the agent for you. Penny is a Pearl High School graduate and an avid supporter of Pirate athletics. Make your move with the home team. That's Penny Pitts, Havard Real Estate Group.
Hello, I'm State Representative Gene Newman, here to share a message to our young people and parents. There are many pathways to success. For some, it's four-year college, which is great if you have a chosen profession. But there are so many other opportunities to grow and succeed here in Mississippi. Our community colleges, VOTEC, trade schools, apprenticeship programs, and on-the-job training are all top-notch. Believe it or not, there are more than 7 million good jobs available across the country, and most don't require a four-year degree. I encourage parents to support their kids that have a love for skilled trades like construction, air conditioning repair, auto technicians, electricians, and so many others. We need a diverse workforce that can thrive even in tough times like pandemics. And remember, no matter what, every day is a great day to be a pirate.
These fresh, never frozen chicken fingers at Raising Cane's are so delicious. They speak for themselves. So, while you watch, I'll tell you all about our secret dipping sauce. First off, it's a sauce. And you use it for dipping. Yeah, that's all I can tell you. Because it's, secret. Raising Cane's. One love.
When pirates need a feast, they sail to Mugshot's Grill and Bar. Voted best burger in Mississippi for 13 years in a row, Mugshot's proudly serves fresh, never frozen certified Angus beef. X marks a spot at 2 locations on the map, in Pearl and Riverwind Drive in the movie theater parking lot, and in Flowood on the corner of Airport Road and Lakeland Drive. You can dine in, take out, or order online and pick up curbside. Check out mugshotsgrillandbar.com.
They say good things come in small packages. And I found the same thing to be true with small businesses. Places where you can get a good cup of coffee or a fresh haircut. Where they call you by your name and the coffee don't taste like cardboard. Well, Alpha's like that too. They're local folks who care about making sure you have what you need, like great rates for business insurance. Local just means more.
Call Alpha agent John McHenry in Pearl for a quote today.
When something works this well,
Paying bills? This site is so comprehensive. I do all my banking online. More time for coffee?
you want to get others excited about it too.
Yes, honey. They're very conscientious, and they're about helping us map out a plan for our future.
It's nice to know we make a
It was
difference.
so easy. They had lots of creative ways to help me afford the loan for the cutest car I've wanted
And
for
that a
so
great
long.
bank is a really important thing to have. Comprehensive, conscientious, creative, community bank like no other bank you know.
Public service has always had a very special place in my heart, and to be able to do it and be a first responder as a reserve, when you're not getting paid, that's just one of the most selfless acts you can do. I think we all have a responsibility to our towns and our communities.
Well, for me, it's simple. I mean, when you say local, that's what's most important to me. Our citizens inside this county, we all care for each other, and we do everything we can to help everybody out. I am Shane Fletcher with Farm Bureau, and we are the home team.
Accidents aren't planned. Mississippi Sports Medicine Orthopedic Urgent Care. You're in, you're out. You're better.
At Raising Cane's, we're huge football fans, but we're also fans of your local fundraisers and fun runs, small victories and big ideas. And yes, even the neighborhood animal shelter. I was getting to that. Plus over 30,000 other partners in the communities we serve. When you order our hand-battered chicken fingers, craveable cane sauce, and jugs of freshly made tea and lemonade to cheer on your home team, you're also supporting your hometown. Raising Cane's Chicken Fingers. One love.
Welcome to Sky Family Dental, where our mission is to provide the finest care available. Here at Sky Family Dental, we strive to help patients live healthier lives. We provide a caring, nurturing environment where your comfort and health is of primary importance. Our staff is dedicated to providing you with a pleasant visit and results that you're proud to show off. We provide all services, including dental exams, child dentistry, dental fillings or implants, tooth extractions, and more. See us at Sky Family Dental, and a bright, healthy smile can be yours.
When you step into Rogers Dab Chevrolet, it's time to buckle up because you're in the driver's seat. Voted as Brandon's favorite dealership, we've worked hard to earn your trust. Whether you're buying or selling a car, you call the shots. We put your needs first and always work hard to make sure you're satisfied. With our expansive inventory and financing options, you can drive off the lot today.
Come on down to Rogers Dab Chevrolet.
It's easier here.
When accidents happen, our 30 minutes or less ER service pledge can mean less waiting and faster care. The 30 minutes or less ER service pledge at Merit Health.
I'm State Representative Gene Newman with a message to young people and their parents. There are many pathways to success. For some, it's a regular college degree, but so often I see students and their families get in financial trouble by taking out huge student loans for college degrees that they will never be able to pay back. The degree programs they are pushed into are governed by rules designed to benefit the colleges and the loan programs, not the students. College doesn't guarantee a good high-paying job. If a student hasn't decided what career they want to pursue, please look at the community colleges with so many different programs and degrees. Don't start out in life with a huge college debt hanging over you. I want to see every pirate find their way to a successful career because every day is a great day to be a pirate.
When accidents happen, our 30 minutes or less ER service pledge can mean less waiting and faster care. The 30 minutes or less ER service pledge at Merit Health.
Well, welcome back to Brandon High School, where the fans were treated to a huge fireworks show here at halftime. Bryant, they've been breaking out the fireworks pregame, during the game, halftime. The burn ban is lifted, so they're making the most of it.
That's right, and fireworks on the scoreboard through the first 2 quarters as well for the Bulldogs as Brandon leads your Pearl Pirates 28-10. 4 minutes remaining here on the clock before the third quarter kicks off here on the Gene Newman Insurance Halftime Show. Quick look at some scores happening around the state as it is playoff action everywhere, every division up and down. Oak Grove, the other half of the South region here in 7A, and Oak Grove, the 2 seed, all over the 4 seed, Meridian 28-0 at the half. Whoever wins that one will get the winner of this one. And if it is Oak Grove, and if Brandon is able to hold suit in the second half, not saying we wished for that, then Oak Grove would travel here. Brandon is the 1 seed, so they get to host all the way through. Madison Central up over Tupelo, 7-6. That one a tight one as the Jaguars lead the Golden Wave. And Starkville, the other 7A matchup, Starkville and Oxford, little high school egg bowl, and it is Starkville 14, Oxford 0 at the half. So the winner of Madison Central Tupelo will play the winner of Starkville Oxford in the north half. A couple of 5A scores: Grenada over Warren Central 17-7 at the half, and West Jones all tied up with the Terry Bulldogs 14-14 at the half. Quick look at some stats individually and collectively for both squads from the first half. First, we'll look at the total stats, total yardage in the first half. The Pirates with 100 yards on the ground, the Bulldogs with 24. Passing, the Pirates with 91, the Bulldogs with 203. Total yardage, the Pirates with 191 yards in the first 2 quarters, the Bulldogs 227. Individual numbers for the Pirates: Jack Durr 6 of 17 in the first half, 91 yards, no touchdowns, and 1 interception. Rushing, Jack Durr 9 carries for 5 yards and a touchdown. Marquell Lake 3 carries for 28. Shoto 6 carries for 60. Ken Mangum 1 carry for 2. Ben Alexander 1 carry for 1 yard, and TJ McKenzie has 3 carries for 4. In the reception category, Kenji McNair only 1 catch for 18 yards. Shaden McCollum 1 catch for 12. Marquell Lake, the squad leader, with 3 catches for 47 yards. And Jalen Fields 1 catch for 14. Also a look at some individual numbers for the Brandon Bulldogs. Landon Barnes, an incredibly efficient first half. 16 of 21, 203 yards and 2 touchdowns through the air. Rushing-wise, leading the Bulldogs is Nate Blunt. But check this out. Nate Blunt, 4 carries for only 15 yards. That's right, the Pearl Pirate defense has kept him hemmed up, but it's been Dalen Stewart, the junior, who's done all the damage. 3 carries for only 14 yards, but 2 of those 3 carries have been in the red zone and netted touchdowns. So 2 touchdowns for Dalen Stewart, the junior. Receiving-wise, it has been all about Quincy Phillips, 9 catches for 142 yards. He's the guy with all the yardage. And Jay McQueen, you remember that name from back in October. He had 5 touchdown receptions in that game. He has 2 catches tonight, 27 yards, and both of them for touchdowns. Jay McQueen is having an incredible 6 quarters against this Pirate defense. Also receiving for the Bulldogs, Nate Blunt, 1 catch for 2 yards. Cameron Keys, 1 catch for 15. And Josh Coe, 3 catches for 17. But again, the big numbers, the Bulldogs with 28 points, 4 touchdowns on the board, and the Pirates with only 10. And those 10 points came off of a Jack Durr touchdown run, a 3-yard touchdown run from Jack Durr with 1:23 remaining in the first quarter. And then the Bulldogs scored 21 straight before the Pirates could add a 30-yard Colston Bennett field goal with 10 seconds remaining before the half to cut the margin to 28-10. Pirates will get the ball to start the second half.
Well, the question really is, what adjustments do we make? How do we adjust as a secondary to stop these passes? On offense, how do we adjust to get guys open? You know, Jack's got to be looking for guys that are not covered up by the high safety or just find a way. You know, that's the moniker, find a way, which is let's find a way to stop the pass, and let's find a way to find the open receiver. And hopefully Marquell Lake is going to be good to do. I'm going to be interested to hear what Coach Hunter tells Roy, you know, to see how Marquell is.
The latest report on Marquell, as you may have heard, headed into the half, Marquell just suffering from some cramps as he went down on that final drive, went out of bounds, and it was cramps, so they'll pour the pickle juice or the mustard or whatever they got down there into Marquell. I'm sure he's been had that pumped into him all during halftime because you got to have that guy on the field. He's been playing offense and defense. Kenji McNair also going both ways tonight, offense, defense, as well as special teams. I don't think Kenji's had a snap where he's been off the field the whole first half, and both those guys so pivotal to try to slow down this Brandon passing attack. And again, a lot of experience on this Brandon side as these Bulldogs have played in the state championship in back-to-back years. They have not been victorious in that game, but they are experienced at playing deep into the playoffs, and Landon Barnes, a 3-year starter, and he is showing that as the professor has caught up with the head coach, Justin Hunter.
Yeah, I'm here, guys. I'm here with Coach Hunter. Coach, we looked good at times in the first half, not so good at times. What was your message to the team, and what adjustments can we expect?
I just talked about competing, man. They've had some big plays on us through the air, you know. I mean, quarterback's playing really, really well tonight. You know, they're hitting some stuff across the middle. Their tempo's getting us a little bit. It's catching us. We're not quite lined up a little bit on defense. You know, offensively, you know, we moved the ball pretty well, man. Some penalties have really, really hurt in some critical situations. It's really put us behind the chains when we didn't move it, you know. But just got to settle down. It's big. We got points before half, and then obviously coming out right here with the ball. So we got to cash in to get some kind of points right here to get a little momentum.
Well, how's Marquell? We saw him come out. Y'all had to go get him off the field, and so what's his status?
Yeah, he's playing every snap, him and Kenji both, you know, so it's really just a cramp, which is kind of crazy this time of year, but, you know, he plays hard, you know, so we got a little salt in him and a little Gatorade, so hopefully we'll be able to do something.
Good luck second half, Coach. All right, guys.
Thanks, Roy. So Marquell, sounds like we will have him out there again, but Marquell and Kenji taking a lump of the load tonight as they're playing both sides of the ball. And with a 18-point margin, Greg Flynn, even if we're able to march down and score here, it's going to be a 2-score game. But you feel like points almost a must here on the first drive of the third quarter.
Well, at least oh, absolutely. I mean, at least it's not a 4-possession game, that it is a 3-possession game. But it will be critical to see what this offense can do coming out as they drew it up. You know, that's the one drive you expect to go very well because you've had, you know, 20 minutes to talk it over, 20 minutes to draw it up. You know what defenses they've been running.
You see Marquell out there on the special teams kickoff return unit. He looks like there's definitely a noticeable limp, but he's going to give it a go as, again, it's win or go home time here in the playoffs.
Connor Mullins will have our Shane Fletcher Farm Bureau insurance kick. It is teed up, ready to go.
Jalen Fields back deep, and then Kenji McNair and Marquell Lake, kind of that second level for the kickoff return team.
Here comes Mullins, and the second half is underway from Brandon. We're going to let this ball hit into the end zone, and it will be a touchback.
A successful thing, probably what we saw offensively in the first half, kind of introduced a little diamond or quartet set where we set up 4 wide receivers together. Saw that be very productive. Again, you can't do that every play. We'll see how much Coach Weems and Coach Hunter try to mix that in offensively, along with the rushing attack that was very successful in spurts. Again, Antoine Shoto, 6 carries for 60 yards in the first half.
Empty backfield, 4 wide receivers, 3 to the top. Jack straight back looking to his right. Telegraphs it out that way. It's going to be a catch by Marquell. He'll step out of bounds at the 25. Pickup of 5 yards on the play.
Good to see Marquell get things stretched out, pulling that reception in. He's the leading receiver tonight so far for the Pirates, and here comes that diamond or quartet set here at the bottom of the screen.
Kenji, the lone receiver up top. Jack, quick throw out here into the flat. It was a one-hopper, and somehow that ball's flipped out of bounds. With all of our guys over here, you would think that they'd be able to get those blocks because there's not many Bulldogs. There's not enough Bulldogs to cover all these Pirates out here, and then
yeah, it was really like a wide receiver screen with 3 blockers, but an incredible job that time by Jonathan Crane fighting around blocks. And he was really right there with Marquell as soon as he reeled it in. Marquell going to check out as he is not 100%. And Antoine Shoto going to come into the backfield here on third.
Yeah, 3rd down and 5. Jack, not a very good snap, and he's going to get calf roped back at the 16.
And that was Khalil Norwood, who's caused all sorts of trouble in the last 2 matchups. He had 14 tackles back on October the 20th, and a sack right there to add to the mix. And on a drive where it felt like we had to have points, we get nothing.
Actually lose 2 yards on the drive. Kenji will come in to try and punt this thing away. Another bad snap. And Brandon is going to fall on it at the 1-yard line. Are you kidding me?
And this is where it feels like the avalanche continues, as it was a low snap. It did hit Kenji in the hands. It was low, but unable to come up with it, and the Brandon special teams was swarming as they had about 5 guys back there. And they're going to be 1 yard away from the end zone and 1 yard away from extending this lead that already sits at 18.
This will be the shortest drive of the year for Brandon.
Stewart and Blunt both in the backfield.
They take over 1st and goal from inside the 1. Who's going to get credit for the touchdown here? Give it to Blunt. Did he break the plate? Well, now they'll give it to him. You know, they were hollering touchdown before the officials even signaled. But
yeah, the PA guy had a lot of faith in his guy, Nate Blunt, rightfully so. Over 5,000 yards in Nate Blunt's career.
Now 5,001.
Now he has plunged one in. First rushing touchdown of the night so far for Blunt.
Well, that's about as bad as you could start the half. Extra point. It is up. It is good. And it is 35-10.
And I found the same thing to be true with small businesses. Places where you can get a good cup of coffee or a fresh haircut. Where they call you by your name and the coffee don't taste like cardboard. Life is like that too. They're local folks who care about making sure you have what you need, like great rates for business insurance. Local just means more.
Call Alpha agent John McHenry in Pearl for a quote today.
So we did this just a short time ago. Mullins will kick off to the Pirates. Now trailing it by 25. It is 35-10. Just a minute 3 seconds into the 3rd quarter. And this one will sail all the way into the end zone this time, bounce through. I mean, you can keep saying it every time. It's critical you go and get some points here.
Yeah, it is beyond a must at this point. You felt like it was mandatory on that first drive and unable to convert and get a first down, and then things just snowball, and we felt that feeling too often in our 3 losses this year. 1 to Brandon, 1 to Oak Grove, and 1 to Northwest Rankin. We got to see how the boys rebound.
Well, Jack will spin out of this one. He'll cross the 20 out to the 22. That is one thing as we watch Jack mature and progress into next year. It always seems to take so long to decide on those run options. You know, just to smooth those out a little bit. takes a long time to, and lets the defense kind of collapse on you pretty quick. But a pickup of 2, it'll now be 2nd down and 8. Another wide snap. Shoto's able to take it to the 20, right at the 25-yard line.
Not seeing Marquell Lake in there on this offensive possession so far. Again, Marquell battling a cramp.
So 3rd down and 5 for the Pirates. Kinsey, the lone receiver up top. There goes Fields in motion. Jack will keep it. And he's going to be short. He's only going to pick up a yard. Now they'll give him 2, but it's still going to be 4th down and 3. And do you go for it here? I mean, I don't think you want to punt it back to him.
Yeah, but I don't know that you want to give it to him in 32 yards, or 27 yards away from the end zone. And it looks like we'll see the punting unit come on, and Kenji McNair again, who along with a less than desired snap and a drop on that last punt.
Well, granted, it did hit him in the hands.
It did. That's right. And he is a receiver, but unable to pick it up. This one he does get off.
This one will take a straight up hop and will down it at the Brandon 43-yard line. So Landon Barnes will lead his offense back out, leading at 35-10. Just under 9 minutes to play here in the 3rd quarter. Roy, what's it like down there on the sideline? Any energy?
It's no.
In a word.
I mean, yeah, I'm trying to think of, good adjectives and everything, but no. There's a lot of frustration. And you can see it at the end of the half also between the players. They're going to have to get it together, pull together, and we're still not out of it. There's a chance. We just got to step up.
There's a lot of football. We basically have 2 full quarters to go. Here come penalty markers as we had contact.
Yeah, I believe that's going to be false start, though. Yeah, on 55 for Brandon offensive lineman. That's Cade Shivers, the senior offensive lineman, who flinched, forcing our guys to move.
I do like how they have the referee mic'd for the stadium here so everybody in the crowd can hear. Really, I mean, I applaud Brandon. They have a great production. You come here, it's like being in a college game. They really do a nice job here. There's a good tackle on the far side, a pickup of just 2 yards. That's going to be Phillips on the catch. Let's see who made that stop.
I believe that was Caleb Arterberry, who got out there in the flat and able to wrap up the elusive Quincy Phillips.
Boy, Caleb has been how much has he grown this year? Caleb is going to be phenomenal for his senior season. All right, Barnes looking, pressured, stacked up, and he's going to get sacked. It'll be a little sack nonetheless, a loss of 1.
Yeah, good job by the Pirate defensive front that time fighting through. I believe it was Cam Hewitt, the first guy to make contact, and then multiple Pirates dove in to try to finish Barnes off.
So it's 3rd down and 16. Chance for the defense to get off the field with a stop here. Barnes, he'll throw that little bubble screen. It's going to Quincy. They're going to hold him short as he crosses the 45 to the 46. So a good job by the defense rallying to the football. And Coach Sam Williams will send out his punting team. So a good job by the defense.
Been Brandon's kind of go-to play tonight to hit Phillips or a couple of those wide receivers. Seems like it's been Phillips more times than not on those little wide receiver screens. Jaden Thompson slides over that time, grabs the ankles of Quincy Phillips to force this Brandon punt.
Isaiah Wynn, I believe. Is that Isaiah back there? Isaiah Wynn drops back deep to accept this punt. This is a boomer letting it go, and that should go into the end zone.
No way.
Yes.
Wow.
Yep, and touchback. Ooh, we're lucky that thing hit the goal line.
Good gracious, that thing just went dead at the 1 yard line and just had enough momentum to trickle into the end zone, but it took about 2 or 3 hops at the 1 and looked like the special teams unit was going to start us at the 1-yard line for the second time tonight.
So this is our third possession in just 5 minutes. We got to do something with it. And Roy, hopefully they drew something up nice under the tent.
Yeah, I hope so. You know, all it takes is one play. Just one play. The defense went out, made one play, and was able to stop the drive, so now we just need one from the offense.
Jack will throw. Looking to his right the whole way. Now he'll scramble out, and he'll get sacked as he will get pushed out of bounds for a loss of 5 yards back to the 15. Probably could have thrown that ball away.
Yeah, pretty good coverage downfield by Brandon, and then able to force him out as a defensive line. And there comes Khalil Norwood and linebackers, and Jack rolling to his right, being a left-handed quarterback, decided to tuck it, and unfortunately he's going to lose 6 as a result of that.
So it'll be 2nd down and 15 now. He'll throw again out to the outside. Dropped immediately was Kinji on that far side. It's going to be a pickup of 4. You make it 3rd down and 11.
Little stop route there to Kinji, and Brandon will give us that 5 yards all night long.
You know, that's the thing. We're not able to get any yards after catch or run after catch, whichever one you like. Jack looking to throw again. Looking left, throwing out. That ball incomplete. He was looking for Lake, who came back in the game. So another 3 and out. As that pass didn't look like it had a lot of zip on it, did it?
No, I agree. The spiral was not as tight. I'm not sure if it was tipped. Did not look like it, but
just took a long time to get there.
It did, and didn't make it even all the way. Kind of skipped once it got to Marquell, and yet again the offense kind of growing stale and unable to convert. And here comes Kinji for yet another punt.
This one's a pop-up. This is going to be a really short kick. Well, takes a good hop for us, thank goodness. And it's going to go onto the Brandon 49. Well, maybe they're going to put it right at the midfield stripe. They will. They'll put it on the tooth of the Bulldog.
31 yards on the kick and friendly roll from Kinji, but
I mean, what's the
half a field away?
I know one of our drives was -2. That drive was -1. What was that second drive that we had here in the third quarter?
Yeah, drives so far for us in the third quarter have been 3 plays, -1, 3 plays for 7, and 3 plays for -2.
There's a handoff. Nope, they're going to fake it, and in and out of the hands of Stewart, as that will be incomplete. So
4 yards of offense so far in the third quarter on 3
drives.
possessions, and it's been
that can't happen.
Tough sledding.
That can't happen.
Again, the last 2 drives, if I'm recalling it right, at the end of the first half, netted a field goal and then also an interception where we had the ball inside the 20-yard line.
But we had driven it about 70 yards.
Right.
So 2nd down and 10 from the midfield stripe for Brandon. Barnes, he'll hand the ball off this time. Into the second level goes Stewart. He's gone. No flags on the play.
Dalen Stewart's having a night. 50 yards that time to the house. His 3rd rushing touchdown of the night. And he will be the successor to the 5,000-yard man, Nate Blunt. And he's a pretty good one because he's showing out tonight.
Well, take your pick. You've had McQueen that's had a good night. You've had Phillips that's had a good night. Barnes is having an incredible night. Add it all up, and it is 42-0 with 5:50 still to play in the third quarter.
So you've injured your shoulder or your knee? And of course you want the best care and the best doctor available. The doctor on the left treats shoulders and knees and ankles and hands, while the Mississippi sports medicine doctor on the right specializes in one body area and one area only, treating thousands of patients a year. Trust your medical care to one of our true specialists. Mississippi Sports Medicine. We specialize for you.
Back here inside Bulldog Stadium, the lead has now grown to 32 for Brandon over Pearl. 42-10 with 5:50 to play in the third quarter. Mullins with the Shane Fletcher Farm Bureau Insurance kick. And that's a little bit of adrenaline right there, Bryant, as he booms it through the end zone.
Yeah, Mr. Momentum is clearly wearing black and red as Brandon has now scored 2 touchdowns in the third quarter, a 1-yard touchdown run by Nate Blunt after a drop punt snap, and then a 50-yard run by Dalen Stewart with 5:50 remaining, and it is 42-10, and we have yet to pick up a first down here through 3 drives. Here comes our 4th offensive possession of the second half.
And that ball off, I believe, to McKenzie. Was that McKenzie?
It was.
Yes, that's right. TJ.
Hands it off to TJ. TJ will push through. We haven't seen a whole lot of TJ tonight. He picks up 3 yards. Well, second down and 7. Jack kind of telegraphed that jet sweep a little, but the speed coming around the corner and not going down, staying up is Kinsey, and he laid the lick. Well, now he's grabbing his hamstring.
Wow.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, Kinsey already without Marquell, and he's not in there on this offensive possession. Jalen Fields in there. Looks like Marquell going to walk out as Kinsey hobbles out. Or excuse me, that's Isaiah Wynn. Isaiah Wynn checks in.
So Roy will check on Kinsey. It looked like he was grabbing a hamstring. I hope not. So it did net us a first down. Another late handoff that's going to be.
That's TJ McKenzie. Yeah, looked like Jack and TJ may have stepped on each other's foot.
He'll pick up a yard. But you know, at this point now, you got to do more than grind out 1 and 3 yards.
Get a good look there with our field cam at the training staff talking to Marquell again, who's been suffering from a cramp since the second quarter.
He's down in those fluids. Jack will keep it himself. Again, it's just that timing thing. You notice it's not clean and it's not quick, and the defense has time to collapse on that because they're reading it kind of tentatively. But third down and 9, you got to get more chunks of yardage than 1 and 2 yards at a clip. Jack, quick throw out to the left. Now he's got a good catch, but that's going to be well short of a first down. That's to Jalen Fields out there. He's going to be at the 39. Now you've got to go for it, right? I mean, there's no sense in punting this ball away.
Yeah. At this point in the game, you're down 42-10. You have no choice.
All right, so, but now we're trying to now there was confusion.
Yeah, we've got confusion.
I don't know who we were trying to run out there.
I think we're going to have to call a timeout, whether that was confusion or a legal substitution.
Was it the punt team that was trying to run out?
Jackson Dart, listen to me. Jackson Brewer was running out there. It looked like they were going in to punt and then pulled him back. So just a lot of confusion late in that sequence.
Roy, I mean, this is just a continuation of what happened in the second quarter. We just can't get our footing back during the avalanche.
Yeah, I know. It's just snowballing. It's almost as if they kind of expected this. One mistake happens, and then so what's going to happen next? And they just can't get over that hump.
And it's almost like the Brandon defense knows what we're going to run. Do you get that, sense?
Yes, to an extent, yeah. And what you're talking about with the slow handoff or the slow decision making on the RPO, he is kind of taking his time. It's almost like he's waiting too long to see what that end or his read is going to do. but then also he is staring down his receivers right from the line of scrimmage.
Well, we will punt it away, and this is Jackson Brewer in there. And he's going to get us a nice punt. Jackson with a really strong leg. He's a senior that came over to us from soccer. And look at there. He gets it inside the 5 to the 4. How about that? He's been practicing with the team all season now.
Yeah, finally getting some action. And how about this? 56 yards on the boot.
He's got a very strong leg.
Cole Patrick corrects me. 57 yards on the kick and roll.
I tell you, Jackson Brewer is one of those guys, if he'd have been playing high school football since he started his high school career, he'd be a college punter. He is that good. His leg is so strong.
Final from the Pine Belt. Oak Grove has finished off Meridian 35-0 in their route to the South State Championship next week.
There's another quick hitter out to the outside. Pirates able to corral that one quick this time for a pickup of just, looks like they'll give almost 3 yards.
So Brandon already now with their second string quarterback in. That's number 11, Jacob Chancellor, I believe, who is their backup quarterback. They're also playing backup offensive linemen and wide receivers with 2 minutes to go here in the third quarter. So Coach Sam Williams and the Bulldogs feeling really comfortable with a 32-point lead with a destination of hosting South State right here next week.
And all Pirates are there. That'll be a no gain. So it'll be 3rd down and 7. Roy, any looks at any of our second stringers warming up or no?
No, I don't see any of them expecting to go in.
Okay. All right, 3rd down, a chance for this defense to get off the field on a 3 and out. Trying to get us to jump. We wouldn't buy it. Right at the 2-minute mark here of the third quarter. Pirates trying to pressure. Well, we're going to give him a lot of room to run. Now, he started his slide before that 1st down marker. They're giving an awful lot of credit there, Roy.
Yeah, line judge has already signaled it looks like.
Well, he's going to be – no, they're going to give him a 1st down.
It to him.
He looked like he started that slide way before that.
Wow, yeah, it was really close. Knee went down at looked like about the 14, and that's what he had to mark. It was
where you start the slide. It's not where your knee comes down.
Well, part of your body has to touch, right? Knee or elbow.
Should have been a yard short. But you know what? It's 42-10. All right, here's a little bubble screen once again. There's a big lick down at the 15.
Trey Schaefer delivering the lumber right there on Jahari Buckhalter, the guy who caught that screen. It was Devon Draper who got him low, and Trey Schaefer popped him high.
Well, if you're Sam Williams, it makes sense, I guess, to put all these second stringers in because you don't want anybody hurt as you get ready for Oak Grove next week. Plus, it gives these youngsters some playing time as we're under a minute now in the third quarter.
Again, this is a Brandon unit that is played in back-to-back state championships, unable to come back with the gold ball, but they are on their road to trying to do it again, and the FAR official drops a flag. Not sure if that was a delay of game penalty. Looked like the play clock may have hit 0.
Well, if they continue to play as strong as they are, because they've done great defensively here, they could easily be playing for 3 straight title games. Oh, is he in the game now?
He is in at left guard.
There's a
ball on the turf.
Of course, on a night like this, Brandon gets it back.
Yep, running back dropped it. Running back that time was number 12 for Brandon. That's Ray Foltz. And ball popped out, I believe. Let's see who calls that. That was Omarius Johnson who stripped him. And Buckhalter, the wide receiver, falls on top of it, and we'll get set for the fourth quarter and third down for the Bulldogs.
Hey, before we step aside, we want to make sure we point out that our great cameraman that runs that 50-yard line camera for us, his grandson plays for Brandon, Mr. Carroll Davis, and his grandson, number 66, Connor Dalton. He is a junior offensive lineman, so we're glad Carroll's here tonight. He gets to watch his grandson get some playing time. We're coming back for the fourth quarter that will see Brandon trying to pick up another first down. We'll be back.
How local is Bank Plus? We're here, and here. And we're with you here, and here. Wherever, whenever you need us. We make our banking decisions right here because local means more than a location. It means a commitment to deliver more for our customers and our communities. Your bank, your plus. Bank Plus.
So we're about ready to start the fourth quarter. Brandon facing a 3rd down and 8. Boy, and again, just between quarters, can't say enough about just the game day operations here. It does feel like we're at a college football game here at Brandon High School. Just kudos to them because they do an outstanding job. Great use of their video board. It's just outstanding. On 3rd down and 7. Ball tipped up and nearly intercepted. That was OJ, I believe, Omarius Johnson, that just couldn't pull that one down.
Yeah, Jacob Chancellor, backup quarterback for Brandon, kind of forced that one in there. Ball went up in the air, and Omarius Johnson almost able to knock it away, but instead it'll force a Brandon punt, and Isaiah Wynn will be the deep guy back for the special teams for your Pirates.
I think this is just their second punt of the game.
Cole Patrick says third punt.
Wyatt Salter in there to boot this one away. Good snap. Kick is, oh my goodness, that's a low line drive. And see, there's a difference, you know, on the line drives that all the opponents seem to field on us is that one just kind of shoots past us. No chance at a return, even though it was a skimmer across the ground. So the Pirates will take over.
See what we look to do offensively here. Again, potentially without two of our go-to weapons. Looks like Kenji McNair is back out there, so good to see two back on the field. No Marquell Lake, who's been suffering from cramps, but Kenji, who grabbed what looked like his hamstring on the last drive, able to work his way back out.
Oh, Jack Durr, 1st and 10. Another long delayed handoff. Nice nifty move, though. That's going to TJ the Bull McKenzie, and the senior crosses out to the 45, out to the 46.
18 different seniors getting some final action in potentially their final quarter as a high school football player who've all had some great contributions across the last 3 seasons here on the varsity level.
2nd down and 2. Jack will keep it. He'll be very close to the first down, but just short. It'll be a 3rd down and a yard. You know, we watch Landon Barnes. He's a senior now. You just can't wait for Jack to get those days and reps in because he's maturing and will be getting to that kind of a level. Here's a run into the 2nd level, into Brandon territory at the 45-yard line. TJ again?
I believe that was TJ right up the gut yet again. And
I do want to tell them to change their jerseys for next year because we can't see the numbers on these jerseys up high. That was indeed TJ. So a fresh set of downs. Renaissance Bank 1st down. Jack fakes the hand up. He'll throw. Has a man. That ball's caught inside the 10 to the 9 is Kenji Air McNair.
Biggest shot of momentum offensively here in the second half as
Brandon got their second team defense in there now too.
I believe that they do, yep.
They look smaller.
They do look a lot smaller, and that defensive line considerably smaller than some of those guys like Jacoby Span that have been holding down the middle.
Hand off to McKenzie. He pulls his way into the end zone for an R.
9 yards out for TJ McKenzie as he pushes it into the end zone for a touchdown and what will be his final high school football game. TJ, who's been such a solid piece of the offensive side of things across the last 3 years, punches one in.
So as they like to call him on the field, in the locker room, Cash Money Colston will come out. Isaiah gets the snap down, Colston gets the kick up, and it's good. 42-17 now with 10 minutes to play.
And there's a flag on the field. Looks like they ran into Colston.
Well, let's hold it here for a second. We're going to have personal foul, roughing the kicker. So they'll force it on the kickoff. Maybe we'll see an onside kick coming out here. Why not? You're getting 15 yards.
Yeah, nothing to lose down 42-17.
We'll hold it here after the penalty. Well, Roy, that was an impressive drive, even though it was against the second string of Brandon.
It was. Jack made a beautiful pass. Kenji was able to make the catch. I don't know if maybe the pressure from Brandon was causing some of that delayed thinking on our part, but things worked smoothly.
The ball will get kicked off from the Brandon 45-yard line, at 15 yards on.
So this has got to be this. You'd think that this would have to be an onside kick, right, Roy?
Oh, definitely. I mean, what do you have to lose? You're down 42-17. You got to score points.
Well, and you're already on Brandon's side of the field.
You're on positive side, so why not go ahead and go for it?
Let's see. Let's see if we choose to do it. He's going to take a full run at it. Yep. And he will try the onside, and we're there.
We got it. And it did go 10.
And so Pearl will get the ball. That was a great job by Colston.
Yeah, beautiful kick by Colston, and that was your guess is going to be as good as mine, Greg, because that's 36, and 36 on our roster is Ben Alexander, but I know in white jerseys he wears number 4, so that was number 36.
Oh, that is now Landon Knight.
Okay, Landon Knight. How about that?
Landon Knight, a freshman that has been moved up to the varsity roster. So, Landon, glad we can get you in the scorebook. Glad we can get you on the broadcast, and you recover an onside kick. Nice job, young man.
Yeah, Brandon sat back on that kick instead of running up and trying to at least touch it before it went 10.
Here's a handoff to Ben Alexander. Oh, Ben almost lost that ball. I think his heart jumped into his throat.
Unbelievable how he was being tackled and still able to reach back and grab the ball after it got stripped out. Look at that. Wow. Good heads-up play by Ben to keep the thing in our possession.
All right, 2nd down and 5. Let's see if we can put another spot on the board against these reserves for Brandon. Jack's going to keep it. Oof. Not so much on that one. No gain.
Unfortunately, Jack not had the numbers rushing-wise that he did in that first contest. Again, 16 carries. This includes some sacks tonight for -2 rushing yards for Jack tonight. In the first matchup, 150 yards on 23 carries.
Did it look like to anybody else that he was running tentative tonight? There's Jack throwing a deep ball into the end zone. Ooh, nearly intercepted. Underthrown.
Yeah, that was Shade. Yeah, Shade McCollum. Pretty tight coverage.
Did it just look like Jack was like running tentative tonight?
Maybe a little slower to hit the holes. Again, a big defensive front for the Bulldogs as we're seeing some reserves now, but the likes of Jacoby Span, who go over 300 pounds, and this is a tough front to run against for anybody.
All right, so it is 4th down and 5 following the incompletion. Trying to keep this drive alive. Oh, and a bad snap again. Jack's scrambling, and Jack's getting planted. Back to the 36-yard line.
Get a good look here. Is it was a little bit to Jack's left. It did hit him in the hands, and that play was blown up from the get-go, and that's the second time tonight, one in the first half, now one here in the fourth quarter, where we've had it fourth and manageable. Chose to go for it, and just a miscue in the backfield.
The snap was a little wide left. So 1st and 10 now for the Bulldogs' second string. See if we're closing. See if we have any defensive substitutions, just so we can get some of those players' names out there. I think we're still sticking with most of our base unit.
Now, third string quarterback in for Brandon. That's number 29, C.J. Martin.
Well, in on the play there for us that time, Jacoby Simpson, as he heads off the field. He was in on that last play. Brandon's playing their third string quarterback now.
That's right, C.J. Martin in the game, and
he's a wee fella.
A lot smaller than Chancellor. I think Chancellor goes about 6'4", 6'5", the backup quarterback.
Well, there's a handoff and a drive into the backfield.
Yeah, that going nowhere there. And want to make sure we give a shout out, as this will be the final game for so many of these Pearl Pirates, around 18 seniors. And defensively, these guys have played an incredible season. Demario Ragsdale, our senior, Trey Schaefer, the other senior on that defensive front, Ken Mangum, Damon Draper, both seniors in the linebacker level, and Kavion Freeman, who unfortunately was unable to give it a go tonight with that partially torn ACL, is the report that we got. All those guys, such a pivotal part of this ball club.
Well, that bubble screen went nowhere. Oh, they're going to rule that a catch and a fumble, but Brandon will fall back on it. Back at the 24, so they'll have to punt this one away.
Those guys going to leave a huge gap next year, Mr. Flynn. They have all been difference makers. Ragsdale, Schaefer, Mangum, Draper, and Kavion Freeman.
You see, it's the disparity, and which is going to be very weird. So the defense, the front seven, all upperclassmen, mostly upperclassmen, a majority. The offense, mostly underclassmen. So you're going to flip it. You're going to have a new defense next year, and you'll have a sustained offense. A nice kick. He's going to back check, and the Pirates will come out on the 45.
Yeah, some of those notable names who are seniors on the offensive side of things as the Pirate offense walks out onto the field. Shaden McCollum, number 8, your wide receiver, will be gone after this year. He's a senior. And then on the offensive front, Takofa Lewis and DJ Page, along with Talon Jackson, who's really kind of worked his way into that offensive line rotation. Those three guys also seniors. So Takofa Lewis, DJ Page, Talon Jackson, and Shaden McCollum. And then TJ McKenzie, also one of the trio of backs. We will lose all of those guys after this 23 campaign.
Jack looking for Shaden, throws it up, and nice defensive play there.
Yeah,
knocked away from Shaden.
Number 31, Hudson McIntyre, a senior defensive back, getting a little action here for Sam Williams, Brandon Bulldogs.
So the starting offense remains out there. Caston Channel, now the H-back.
Caston Channel, also want to acknowledge he's also a senior.
Hand it off to TJ. He'll pick up a couple of yards. Yeah, TJ's been a joy, not only to broadcast, but he's just a really cool young man. Hope a lot of these guys will get to go play JUCO football. We'll lose, we lose Takofa Lewis, but Jaden O'Hara we get back. He missed most of the season.
That's right. Lane King be back this next year. Reed Taylor, only a sophomore.
There's Caston catching a ball out of the backfield. He's going to pick himself up a first down in his finale.
Good play call by Coach Weems, getting a nod to Caston, who doesn't get a whole lot of receptions or chances to put his hands on the ball. Does a lot of clearing of lanes for other guys who are running it.
But I tell you what, Caston, hardest working kid in practice. And up the middle to TJ. Hit it inside the 40. 5.5 minutes to play here in the Pirates season. I did not see it going this way. I did not see it going this way.
I don't know if many did, especially as tightly as we played the first half in the first go-around, and knowing it was the season on the line, but a very, very talented Brandon squad. You got to tip your cap to Sam Williams, who's done a heck of a job over the last now 3 seasons here at Brandon. Again, this is a Brandon squad that many people will not remember this because it feels so far ago. They started this season 0-2. They lost to Picayune right here at Brandon High School, and then they lost to Madison Central. And since then, they have reeled off 10 straight victories, including tonight. They went down to Hattiesburg, knocked off the number one team in the state, Oak Grove, and they will welcome back Oak Grove right here to Brandon High School next week.
We're going to have an injured Pirate down on the field.
I believe that may be DJ Page. Is that number 53?
It is.
Wow, and this is DJ Page's final game as he's a senior, and not the way you want to see a senior walk off the field for the last time. Hopefully he's able to pop up in just a second.
Roy, what are you going to remember about these seniors?
Just adversity that they went through and how they were able to overcome it. You know, you think about last year, how bad last year went, and then to come out and make it to the second round of the playoffs this year that nobody expected us to be here. You know, just their dedication to the team, the perseverance that they showed, and their love for Pearl Pirate football.
Well said, Professor. Again, not that we want to go back and remember old wounds, but this is a squad that only won 2 ball games last year, and they start this season 5-0, and they're going to finish 8-4, but a playoff win on the road, and then
DJ not able to put any weight on that right leg. We certainly hope he's going to be okay. Again, the last 445 of your high school career, you don't want it to end that way with a serious injury, because DJ has truly been a warrior this season. A little jet sweep coming around the right side. You make out who that is? I can't see it. Guys,
yeah, I believe that's Kenji.
Yeah, that is Kenji.
Good block out there, opening up the hole by Castachino.
That'll pick up a first down, and the Pirates trying to close this thing out on a positive note.
See if we can put one up in the air to Shaden, maybe over in that far corner.
Now we're going to hand it off again, and a nice carry inside the 15 to the 14. It would be nice to close it out if Shaden could get himself a touchdown here in the waning moments.
Yeah, TJ's already got one tonight in his final game. Shaden's got man-to-man coverage at the top of the screen. We'll see if...
And he's got a height advantage, too. He might be able to high point that ball.
See if Coach Weems sends it his way. There it goes.
Up and incomplete.
Looked like there may have been a little PI. Official was right there on top of it, but chose not to drop the flag. And if I'm Coach Weems, I'm pumping it that way one more time, as Shaden clearly has a height advantage on the defensive back for Brandon. That's Christian Myers.
And he's not getting any safety help. Let Shaden throw this some kind of route to Shaden. Channel in at the H-back.
Maybe throw a slant this time. No, we're going to feed the bull.
The bull will get it inside the 10. It'll be a first and goal. Now we'll get a shot for Shaden. How about 4 shots for Shaden? Under 4 minutes to play here in the game. Oh, he dropped the ball. Jack's going to try and run out of it.
There he is. Give it up.
He throws it over his shoulder, and Incomplete. Shaden was over there.
Yeah, I think Jack was thinking about the play fake and unfortunately put the ball on the turf. Good heads-up play to get that one out of bounds and save the yardage and dial up 2nd and goal from the 9.
An eligible man downfield, though. I would imagine he'd decline that. No, they're going to take it. So we'll replay first down. Ball at the 14. I'm telling you, I'm just rooting for Shaden right here. Feed 8. We will feed there TJ. They'll get it to the 10. It'll be 2nd and goal. Am I wrong to be rooting for Shaden?
No, I don't think so. You know, it's a whole lot of 3 and 8 right now as these guys probably on their final offensive possession of their high school career.
You know, let Shaden run a slant. It'll be wide open.
I like it. He's got man-to-man coverage up there. Jalen Fields on the slot. Jalen's
clear
coming
it out.
in motion. Here it comes.
Clear
Slant
it
route.
out. There you go, Shaden.
Get
Right
there.
Hey!
Got it.
Oh, he dropped it for the flag.
There was definitely pass interference. The ref was grabbing it as soon as it happened.
Look at that.
Too.
That was a perfect slant. Look at, they cleared it out, and here comes Shaden cutting it inside, and he grabs him. And Shaden, I still think, almost got that ball.
I thought he'd come down with it anyway. He took a pretty good pop, but clearly PI, 4th pass interference, defensive pass interference of the night on the Bulldogs.
Well, it'll only be half the distance to the goal, so I think they'll move it to the 6.
Yeah, if you're Sam Williams, the one thing that maybe you have to be upset about tonight, if by my count, 9 penalties against the Bulldogs.
Throw it to him again. Another slant for Shaden. Look, nobody's over there. Cut that inside. Come on. No, going to hand it off.
TJ.
And a baby arg as TJ breaks the plane for another touchdown. Well, Shaden had his shot. But I'm happy for TJ, the Bull McKenzie. He's been such a integral part of this Pearl Pirate football team. To see him finish with 2 touchdowns tonight. I mean, the final score will not be really indicative of the way the game went, but anytime he can say he scored 2 touchdowns in the playoffs. Now we'll go for 2, and
he's in. Schaefer.
We'll get it, old Trey Schaefer.
Trey Schaefer, another senior.
That was the play we tried to run after our first touchdown. With the illegal formation, so it's nice for Trey, the senior, to poke 2 points on the board. A defensive guy. Trey has certainly come a long way too, as he was a excellent linebacker, put on some weight in the offseason to work his way to defensive end, and really has been a difference maker all year long. So kudos to number 10 for everything you've done and for picking up a 2-point conversion.
2:45 remaining here on the clock, 42-25. Again, Oak Grove finished off Meridian Wildcats tonight 28-0 down in Hattiesburg, and so Oak Grove will come to Brandon next week in the South State playoffs, and the winner of that will travel to Oxford for a state championship in 2 weeks.
We're going to try another one? Why not?
Why not?
Got nothing to lose.
Let's see if Cash Money can get another. No, what? We kicked that one deep. Wow.
See if they'll get on top of it. Wow, they do.
They followed on the 6. And after Colston's great onside kick before. That was okay. Those folks upstairs know better. We're down on the field. Roy, we got any defensive substitutions yet that you can see down there?
Not that I can see.
Still keeping the starters out there?
Yeah. I see Ken still out there. Looks like Jacoby Simpson is out here. Is that 61? Is Jacoby 61?
Yes,
yeah,
it is.
Jacoby's out here. So a couple. Got number 20.
Yeah, it's Evan Williams.
Yeah, he's there. I guess Jacoby's the main one that I can tell right now.
Okay. Well, maybe we can get a quick safety here. No, they're going to. Oh, dear.
Antonio caught him. Big run that time by the Brandon running back as they're working all the way down the depth chart. That time it was number 39 for Brandon. That's Cody Wilson, a sophomore running back. He scampered all the way out almost to midfield before Antonio able to grab him. Actually, it's going to be the 35-yard line. Quick update, Greg. Correction on that score. Oak Grove finished off Meridian 35-0. So Oak Grove will play in South State. Madison Central beats Tupelo tonight 14-12. So Madison Central will be in the North State, and Starkville beats Oxford, shuts them out 20-0. So you'll have Madison Central and Starkville in the north half of the state, and it will be Oak Grove and Brandon in the south half.
You know what? I really think that it's going to be Brandon against Starkville,
which will be a rematch of last year's state championship where Starkville and Trey Petty, who is still the quarterback for Starkville, I believe he was the player of the year in the state last year. It could be a rematch, and if you're Sam Williams and Landon Barnes, you might want that. You'd love to get another piece of the Yellow Jackets.
I do. I just think Brandon's gotten a little more than Oak Grove. I just think they got their number. Plus, they got to come here. The way Brandon played tonight, I'd put him up against anybody.
They do say it's hard to beat a team twice, but I agree with you. Brandon has the home field advantage against Drew Causey's squad, and I would probably give the nod to the Bulldogs and their experience in playing in back-to-back state championships.
Landon Barnes is just playing at such a high level now. I mean, he's throwing lasers out there, so.
Barnes will finish the night 18 of 24 for 212 yards and 2 touchdowns. Quincy Phillips, their leading receiver, 11 catches for 151 yards.
That will probably be the final snap of the game, as the clock is at 21, and the remaining fans, a lot of them have cleared out in the blowout, rise to their feet. As the fireworks go off overhead once again over the top of the Pearl stands. The season comes to a disappointing end as Brandon defeats our Pirates 42-25. Well, they spent a lot of money on fireworks tonight. I'll tell you what.
They rolled out the red carpet tonight as they knew it was a big one, and
as this is professional grade stuff.
That's right. And a good-looking team for Sam Williams and Brandon, who will move to 10-2 on the season. They finished the region play undefeated at 5-0. So they are the number 1 seed, and I believe, Greg, in bracket picking, they call it chalk. And the 1 seed and the 2 seed, at least from our region, will represent in South State as Brandon the 1 seed, Oak Grove the 2 seed.
Hey, we got to open up the budget next year to get these kind of fireworks.
Slide over some Mississippi Braves help. How about that? Some of those guys who shoot those fireworks on the Friday and Saturday nights over at Trustmark Park.
Well, they spent some money tonight at Brandon, I'll tell you what.
42-25, the final. Quick look at some stats as we hope to get a word with head coach Justin Hunter on the PNB Sports postgame show. Passing tonight, Pearl finishes with 152 yards through the air. Brandon with 207 on the ground. The Pirates actually outgained the Bulldogs 154 yards to 122. And total yardage, how about this, Greg? Total yardage, Pirates with 306, Brandon with 329. So a lot closer than the scoreboard might say. But some final offensive numbers. Jack Durr, 12 of 27 1 interception, no touchdowns through the air. Rushing wise, it was Antoine Shoto who led the way with 7 carries for 63 yards. TJ McKenzie had 15 carries for 61 and 2 touchdowns. Jack Durr did have a 3-yard touchdown run. Receiving wise, Marquell Lake, the leading receiver, 5 catches for 52 yards. Kenji McNair, 3 catches for 58. McCollum had 1 for 12. Jalen Fields, 2 catches for 20. Caston Channel also caught 1 for 10. And defensively for the Pirates tonight, it was Caleb Arterberry and Kenji McNair who led the way with tackles. And as we're still waiting on head coach Justin Hunter as he's addressing his squad here at Brandon High School for the final time in 2023. Numbers for the Brandon Bulldogs, at least notable numbers. Landon Barnes, 18 of 24, 212 yards through the air and 2 touchdowns. Rushing wise, their leading ball carrier, again, the defense does their job. 5 carries, only 16 yards for Nate Blunt. He did have the 1 touchdown run, 5 carries for 16 yards. The leading carrier for them, though, was Dalen Stewart, the junior, who had a breakout night tonight. 4 carries for 64 yards, and 3 of those 4 carries were for touchdowns. Quincy Phillips and Jay McQueen, the guys who really showed out receiving-wise. Quincy Phillips, we slowed him down back in October. We did not do so tonight. 11 receptions for 151 yards for Quincy Phillips, a 13-yard average. He did not reach the end zone. And Jay McQueen, we're just going to call him the touchdown maker. After 5 touchdowns back in October in that matchup, tonight he had 2 catches, 27 yards, and both of them for touchdowns. So Jay McQueen with 7 receiving touchdowns against your Pirates across the last 2 games. Buck Halter, Nate Blunt, Cameron Keys, Josh Coe, and Eli Morey all also had receptions for the Bulldogs, who end tonight victorious 42-25, and the Pearl Pirates will finish the season 8-4. The Brandon Bulldogs move their record to 10-2, and they have now won 10 straight after dropping the first 2 games of the season to Picayune and Madison Central. And it will be Madison Central and Starkville in the top half of the state in 7A, and it will be the Brandon Bulldogs and the Oak Grove Warriors in the bottom half of the state.
That's Jack Durr addressing the team now.
Jack Durr again, only a sophomore.
I think we can hear that, can't we?
A little tough picking up that
Jack has
audio,
got, you know, he's a, well, let's just call him now a junior, but as a sophomore, he has got more passion for this game than probably any young man I've ever met. He's going to be really, really good. He's going to be really, really good. And we're blessed to have him for 2 more years. You know, offensively, you get all our receivers, Marquell, Kenji, the core back. You got Jordan Butler coming back. You've got Ben Alexander. You've got Antoine Shoto. I have a feeling that it's there's a lot of good pieces left on offense. The core for the defense, yes, all the defensive backs are going to be a year older. But we still get Cam Hewitt that comes back, Demario Ragsdale that comes back.
No, actually,
Demario's
you will
a senior.
lose Demario,
that
that's
back.
right, yep.
So we have Cam Hewitt that's coming back. We have Arterberry that's coming back. Tyler Jenkins is coming back. So a solid core on offense, a solid core on defense.
Yeah, the whole secondary, juniors, those guys got to cut their teeth on some really difficult competition this year. Marquell Lake and McNair, who played a little bit of both sides of the ball here the last few contests, will also be back. So plenty of talent coming back for the 2024 squad. And head coach Justin Hunter, again, who quadrupled their win total from last year to this year. So a lot of growing taking place, and a lot of growth you imagine will happen again in the offseason. But a tough night for the 18 seniors for your Pearl Pirates as they will walk off the turf here for the final time tonight. A lot of hugs happening down there on the field, and probably even some tears being shed by some big, tough football guys as Roy Harper continues to await a chance to speak with head coach Justin Hunter, who's visiting with some of his players and the fans who made their way down onto the field.
It was a game of high emotion to start off. Hard to believe that this was a 7-7 game. We tied this game at 7 apiece. Actually, we're going to go for that 2-point conversion. It would have led it 8-7, but this was a 7-7 game. And then, just harken back to that first game on October the 20th when we met adversity, and then it just had a tidal wave. It was a red wave really that came over us, and we could never really recover. It's like, if it was a heavyweight fight, we were stunned, and you were knocked back into the corner, and we just could never fight our way back out of that corner.
Yeah, 7-7 ball game with a minute 23 remaining in the first quarter. As you see, head coach Justin Hunter embracing some of his players.
Isaiah Wynn, who we will thankfully see back next year. But as you imagine, those guys taking it hard as they walk off the field for the final time. Isaiah, small in stature, but man, does his heart is about the size of this stadium, and for everything that he has to do, punt returning, holding. Isaiah Wynn, a true football player, not the biggest. He's undersized, but he plays as hard as you could expect. Coach Hunter sharing a moment with his family. Cooper, who you had a chance to see on the coaches show this week, and we'll get a word with Coach Hunter here in just a second. But again, a tie ball game with a minute 23 remaining in the first quarter, and then just kind of an onslaught of response by Brandon with 3 straight touchdowns. And I believe Roy Harper trying to catch up with our camera, and Professor has the ball, Coach, for one last time.
All right, Coach, a lot of emotion after this, tough loss. But I'm hoping that they will look back at this and realize what a tremendous season we had. The turnaround that you had and that these kids had from last year to this year is just amazing. Nobody thought we would be in the second round of the playoff. You got them there. I can't say how – I agree with you. I can't say how proud I am of the players and everything, and also how proud I am of you and the coaching staff for the season that y'all had this year. So just your thoughts on the season.
Yeah, I mean, the last game, is always, no matter when it is, at the end of the day, there's going to be one person in 7A that's real happy at the end of the year, or one team, and everybody else, has got to go through this. And it's the suckiest part of the job, just to be honest with you. You got a group of seniors that bought in, to everything we was trying to do and understood. It took a lot of work from last year to this year, and just they came so far and just, worked their tails off and just led, which is what we need is just a player-led team, and you got kids like Kevion Freeman and Ken Mangum and Trey Schaefer and guys like that just did everything you asked of them and just played their tails off all year long, against all odds when nobody was expecting them to win, and just extremely proud of them. And it sucks that they're not going to be playing in the blue and gold anymore, but a lot of these guys are going to get an opportunity to play college ball, and that's our job, to push them to try to get an opportunity to play college ball and just make sure they keep doing what they're supposed to do in the school building and all that. But we got a great group of kids, and I just hope the ones we got coming back, learn from this. At the end of the day, we took a lot of steps this year. We couldn't get over this step tonight. We wouldn't. Just be quite honest with you, we wasn't ready for it. In a couple different ways, but just you got to keep pushing. If what we want is what they got, you got to do things a little different. You got to work a little harder. You got to have a little intrinsic motivation, to get there, and that's what we want. We want to be playing for South State. That's what we want, So we got to work our tails off and try to do whatever we can to get there.
Well, we're losing some great leaders this year, but Jack Durr stood up there and had some words, just a sophomore. I know you got some other players that's going to take over leadership roles, but I believe that you've changed the culture of this program from what it was when you took over the program, and that's for the better. You can see it moving up. You can see the kids buying up and believing in you and what you believe in, and what your coaching staff believes in. And I really, really think we're going to have an even better season next year. So what is the focus going to be on the off season?
I think the easy answer is say get stronger and faster, but we'll meet on this. We won't take no time off. So we got next week off for Thanksgiving, but we'll have a plan. Monday when they get there, we'll have our exit meeting with all the seniors and everything, and we'll hit the ground running with the guys that we still have. we got to think outside the box. We did a lot of thinking outside the box as far as what our kids needed this past off season. We're going to have to do it again this year. It ain't just our job to get them faster and stronger. That's of course that's it. But we've got to do some different things that give us a chance, to win these big games. Last year we wasn't playing in big games. This year we played in big games, and that's what you want as a coach. That's what you want as a player. To play in big games that matter, that people talk about. That the media's all over. I mean, that's what we want. We want Pearl to play in big games, and like I said, I think we took some good steps this year. But obviously we got to keep going.
Well, I believe we're going to make that step next year. Like I said, the turnaround of this team is just amazing. Really proud of y'all. Hate that it ended this way, but like I said, not everybody wins, but just to be here is an amazing feat, and congratulations on this season, Coach.
Hey, I appreciate you guys up in the box for everything y'all do for us and for our kids and promoting them. I thank y'all so much.
All right, thank you, Coach. And guys, I just want to say one thing. I didn't ask him to repeat it, but one thing he said, he challenged his players. Think about this team, those red and black, dancing in front of them, the fireworks going off, and think about that for the next 365 days and train and get ready to beat these guys next year.
Well, I think those are hard words that they needed to hear for the ones that are returning. Roy, thank you so much for everything that you've done for us this season. We've enjoyed having you. You said that this is your swan song.
Well, I want to back up. I talked to Coach Hunter. For people that don't know, I was going to step down after this year. But I talked to Coach Hunter and talked to our boss, Frank Hutton, who still hadn't gotten me a rain jacket. I believe that I'm going to stay on and do the home games, but I will not be traveling with y'all next year.
Well, that's good news. It'll be great to have you still with us.
Yeah, Coach Hunter really kind of talked me into that. He talked me into it, and then some of the players. Some of the players had gotten word that I might not come back, and they approached me in the classroom, and even though they won't be here next year, they were seniors, and that's why I'm here. I'm here for the players. It's not about me. It's not about us. It's about them. And if I can make them feel good and put the spotlight on them, then I'll stick around and stick around for the home games at least.
Well, it would not be the same if we did not have the professor roaming the sidelines.
Thank you, guys. I appreciate that. I've really enjoyed this season, and it's just a pleasure to be down here with these players and these coaches, and to be on the airwaves with you guys. Y'all are two of the best that I've ever heard in high school, college, pro. I enjoy listening to you guys as much as I get to throw in my 2 cents.
I think maybe next year, if Frank can hear us down in the trailer, PMB bomber jackets.
There we go. We go. That'd be nice.
We'll just get yours embroidered. Thanks a lot, Roy. Safe travels back up Highway 18.
Y'all too, guys. Thank you.
Well, it's hard to say. I think that we have a good group going forward. I think it was a little cryptical, some of the things that Coach Hunter was saying, like not only bigger, stronger, but maybe more analytical, maybe recognition-wise. I don't know.
Yeah, I think some of that, and there's a whole lot built into what Coach had to say, but the creativity of off-season, there's so much that's been built now that's trickled from the pros down into college, down into high school, of how you prepare for even a game. I mean, the fact that there's kids sitting in front of 50-inch screens on the sideline during the game watching film and all of that. For some of us, that's unheard of for high schoolers to do that. And that same creativity, whether it's technology or the exercises that you do, I think some of that's going to go into the off-season. And the ways that they'll continue to develop leaders, the way they'll develop stamina, strength, conditioning, all those things that will happen over the next 9 months or so before the 2024 season kicks off. But, so much progress made. Again, you quadrupled the win total from last year. It was a difficult 2022 campaign, but so much growth. I don't know that anybody would have ended last year at this same time and looked at the next year's squad and said, no, you'll quadruple the win total and you'll be in the second round of the playoffs. but that is what happened. And so you got to tip your cap to the 18 seniors who walked off the field for the final time tonight, as well as the coaching staff who did a great job of developing our guys to prepare them to make the run. And next year we'll see if we can stretch it a little further into South State.
Well, those seniors truly were a joy to be around from spring camp through the summer into this season. They were a great group of seniors, and we wish them well, and hopefully they get to play some college football, junior college level, whatever level they so choose. But they are all very talented, and they are all just a great, great group of young men. Well, that's going to do it for us from here. For all of us here at PMB, from Frank Hutton, Mr. Carroll Davis, let's see, Randy Kwan, Alex, Josh Manning, Austin Boone, Cole Patrick, who jumped on with us this year as our ace statistician, Greg Cupstead back at the studio that's been making sure that these streams and we get on the radio each and every week. It's just a joy to bring these to you. Who else? And to Crystal. We don't want to leave out Crystal. Anybody else? No,
Greg Flynn.
I think that's it. For the Professor Roy Harper, he's Brian May. I'm Greg Flynn. Until next season, remember, every day is a great day to be a Pirate. Thank you for watching PMB Sports. The preceding broadcast is copyrighted by Pearl Municipal Broadcasting for the private use of our audience. Any other use of this broadcast without the written consent of Pearl High School or PMB is prohibited.